I'm so good at being late. I'm like a
Yes, you are.
professional at it. What's
Especially
going
in
on, everybody? We're live.
hey, everybody. Charles and Paula. Oops. I forgot to mute
Uh-oh.
mine. All right, now I can't hear that anymore.
I don't know why I can never find my own live video with the chat until it actually goes live. You can see it.
Yeah, go to your. All I do is go to my subscriptions and the post is sitting there.
That's why I can't do that because I'm not subscribed to myself.
You should be able to go to your video list and find it there.
No, because it's not actually live until I click live.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
anyway, not too many people with us tonight, I don't think. Let's see.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's just a few of us. Uh,
You're good and late.
yeah. Uh, so Dave can't be with us. Troll, we don't know about right now. And Devin is under the back end of a Jeep at the moment, pulling the rear end out. So he won't be with us this evening.
Which I voted for having him do the live stream, just pointing it at what the work he's doing so that we could see it every once in a while. But
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
my intro, that was my intro. It was perfect, nice and short.
Yeah, your intro is, hey, everybody.
What's going on? Hey, look, we're live. Okay, hang on. Click, 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 click.
Oh, gotta have some fun. Oh,
Like always, everybody with a wrench has the ability to put their own YouTube channel link up there. So throughout the live stream, go ahead and do that so other people can go ahead and subscribe to you. Look at that. Oh my God. Was that part of a intro? Yeah, make sure everybody else has a chance to find you. And if you see anybody else that you want to subscribe to, if you go to them in the chat and you go all the way to the right hand side, you'll see the three dots. If you click that, it'll have a thing that says go to channel. If you just click on it, you don't have to right click or anything. It'll automatically open a new window and take you to their channel. So you can check out what videos they've got and, if you want to subscribe up or whatever. There you go. Bang. Peter Stanley. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Peter Stanley. I saw that video before we went live, but I haven't watched it yet. It's awesome. 2,500.
yeah. Let's see. Brian says, that's what Jeeps are for. I've had four. They do like the new parts. I had a Jeep, and yeah, mine was pretty reliable, though. And says that's what he was looking for the link part. Okay.
I had two.
Oh.
I had an 87 AMC Jeep Cherokee, and then I had a 95 Chrysler Jeep Cherokee.
I had a 95 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
I never liked the Grand Cherokee. They all come in automatic. That was my favorite thing about the Cherokees that I had. They were all 5-speed.
Yeah, mine was an automatic. And Paula, no, you didn't miss Jeep Talk, at least not a whole lot. It's just all we've been talking about. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Uh, yeah. So anyway, I just mentioned that Devin wasn't going to be here tonight because he's pulling the rear end out of a Jeep right now. And Brian says he's had four and likes. Well, you can read the chat. And I had a 95, and Rev had a 95, and I forget the other one.
Who, me? 87?
Yeah.
Oh, the 87 was the best. I learned how to do so much on that thing. I redid the water pump, the power steering. I pulled the transmission and put in a new cluster gear. I broke the top nub, which knocked out fifth gear in reverse. And I had to replace that thing and a bunch of bearings within the transmission. And this is all while I knew nothing about cars.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have done that.
It wasn't, if I could, it was just I knew that I couldn't pay like six, back. I mean, this is like 90, 95, 96, 97 ish. Like, I didn't think I could pay like $500 to get the water pump replaced. And I went to the auto parts store and they're like, yeah, water pump, $30. I'm like, wait, what? 500 to get it done, but $30 at the auto parts store. And they're like, well, you got to get a seal. And I'm like, how much is that? $1. I'm like, okay. And then you got to get the sealant. And I'm like, well, how much is that? Oh, it's like $4. I'm like, wait, what? This doesn't add up. And that was, the beginning.
Yeah, I started working on cars when I was like 14. My father was not very mechanically inclined, and I have this ability to just look at something and figure out how it works. So I was out there, well, no, you can't do that. If you do that, you got to do this and that kind of stuff. And that's how I learned.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with me. Like, it's not that I know what's going on. I just can figure out how things work. So like with the water pump, I'm like, oh, I get it. Like the pulley and it turns and like inside is the pump and it's pushing the water. That's why this is the in and the other side is the out. Like I get it. Like I just kind of figured stuff out like that. And that was just when I lived in Pennsylvania. When I moved down here, I started getting in around like the construction side of everything. And that's where I was like, holy cow, when you see a house being built, like you totally look at a house completely different because
Yeah.
you'll see like leaks or something like that and you'll be like, well, if I was the plumber, where would I run the water lines from where I know the water source is to where it all has to get to? And then all of a sudden, like, it becomes a lot clearer. It's not like this outside wall might have a water leak. You never run water in the outside wall, but no, it's the same thing.
I
Like
have,
actually, when I look at a wall, I actually look and I'm seeing the studs. Like you see the outlet over there, you're like, oh, there's a stud on one side or the other. Like guaranteed.
I have water
Well,
pipes that run from my upstairs bathroom right down past the kitchen window.
that's
They're
weird.
outside. They're in an outer wall.
We don't have that here, and I actually have my water heater is in the well, maybe there's enough residual heat, but my water heater is in the garage. That's unheated. So whenever it's freezing, like technically that should, like I said, maybe residual it wouldn't freeze, but
Yeah. Let's see. Brian says, definitely reliable. Love my Jeep. I won't ever go back to a 5 speed. Automatics all the way. But I do a lot of trails, and if I had a third foot, it would be okay. And
well,
Paula
it
says,
depends.
yeah,
I've
trailing
seen
in the manual is challenging. I know. Huh?
Well, I've seen the argument that I believe it was Dirt Every Day. Fred Williams was making that point. If you got low horsepower in the vehicle, it's kind of better to have a manual transmission. But if you have high horsepower, especially like 500 horsepower, 700 horsepower in a trail rig, just go automatic. So I don't know. I guess I would be kind of torn on it. If it's high horsepower, yeah, I'll take an automatic. But if it's low horsepower or just a choice, I think I would go with manual. But that being said, I haven't had a manual since 1999, and I am so going through withdrawal. My left foot is so bored when I'm driving, and my arm doesn't do anything. Like it just like picks up a drink or, you know, plays with my phone or doesn't
You
play with
would
my
love
phone.
my Challenger then.
Oh yeah. Well,
Manual. Yep.
yeah. I don't know. That might be a little too much horsepower for me. Like my truck is an automatic and it is too much horsepower. I pulled out on the highway the other day and I wasn't even going fast. There was a car coming up behind me, but it's 2 lanes, so he could get around me and everything. And I had a good amount of distance. And I pulled out and I just slightly hit the gas and my truck just jerked to the side. And not only that, so I lifted a little bit and I shifted into second and it still was going to the side. I was still peeling out until I was in third gear. Now the roads were a little wet, but I mean
Yeah.
that's what that daggone Hemi does.
Yeah.
I drive according to what the engine noise is, so that's how much I throttle I use. So apparently I
Yeah.
was going a little heavy on the throttle.
My car doesn't do well in the water either.
Oh
You
no,
go to
my
pull out of the car wash, and yeah, you kind of accidentally spin them a little bit.
if it rained and then I drive through my driveway, which is like dirt and mud and everything, and it'll probably be wet. If I get my tires muddy, when I try to pull out on the road, it doesn't matter how dry it is, I'm spinning tire. But the funniest thing is you'll hear that like whack, whack, whack of the mud like hitting your inner fender well. you know,
Anthony's joined us.
what's up, Anthony?
Howdy, howdy. Says, "What's up, everyone?" Paula says, "Hey, Anthony, it's Jeep Talk Hour. You should hopefully see some seeds tomorrow," she says.
Yeah, and Paula said trailing in a manual is challenging. I know. I know. If you check out Jeep and Jesse, see that Jeep and footage.
Hmm.
If I remember correctly, that's a manual. Should be a 5-speed manual.
I've never taken the Jeep off road per se, but I've gone through snow deep enough that it was coming up over the hood.
I used to take my Jeep off road all the time. That's how I had to replace the power steering pump because I took it off road because my I didn't go off road. My buddy had a K car convertible and he thought he could go off road. So he went down by the railroad tracks and got stuck and he needed me to come get him out. So I took my Jeep down there and yanked him out. And whenever I yanked him out, I was like, all right, well, now I'm going to do some donuts down here. And I held the steering over so hard or all the way, and you should never do that. If you always whenever you hold over, like go all the way over and then go back like an eighth of a turn or a quarter turn, because that'll blow out your power steering pump. And that's how I got my experience on changing a power steering pump. It's one of those things where I was like, I think my dad technically owned the truck at the time. I bought it off of him, but I think he owned it. And I'm like, oh, the power steering pump went out. We're going to have to take it to the garage. And he's like, you better figure out how to fix that. And next thing you know, it's replaced.
Yeah, Brian says a lot of professionals on the Rubicon Trail have switched over to automatic.
Yeah, I'm just old school. I love a 5-speed. I mean, technically, I learned to drive when I was 7, sitting on my dad's lap on back roads, steering the automatic van that we had. And, but no, when I was like 13, he just pulled over in a field because we were always hunting. He pulled over in a field and was like, all right, here, let me see you drive. And I got in the driver's seat and stalled that thing like 5, 6, 7 times before I actually got it going. And I was convinced, like we were hunting, so I had my hunting boots on. I'm like, oh, I just need to take my hunting boots off. That way I can actually feel the pedals. Nah, it didn't work at all. Doesn't matter. You could be wearing flip flops. You could be wearing big old mud boots. Doesn't matter.
Hmm. So it looks like we're running about a 14-second delay tonight. Good point, Rev. If you're in mud/snow, the manual is going to spin as you shift, or at least a better chance of spinning, and going up over rocks trying to use that clutch is difficult.
Oh no, I'm not
Yeah.
debating that. I totally agree with that. If I was going to be a good rock crawler, no, I would have an automatic. But if I was just going to have an off-road vehicle or a secondary, well, I don't think I'd ever take my truck off-roading just because I don't want to break it because I got to use it to go places. But if I had another vehicle that I could break and, sit around until I actually fix it, then I don't know. I think I'd go manual. But no, if I was trying to be a professional rock crawler, no, I'd definitely automatic. Or not even rock crawling, just like, decent off-roading. I don't live in a place where we actually have hills. So off-roading around here really isn't that difficult. It's like, can you make it through the mud hole? All right, well, cool. Then you're fine.
Yeah, we have a few hills around here. There's a group called the Flying Dutchman. They're a motorcycle group, and they hold an annual hill climb on their property. And very few bikes ever get to the top of it, let alone cars. Yeah, Brian says, but it sure is fun. I'm a firefighter and have had my Jeeps in places that our trucks couldn't get to. I
Where you
believe it.
where you at, Brian? Do I remember Colorado? Maybe I never asked.
Okay, so the 15-second delay is about up. Now he's typing.
Plus
Now he's
time
going
to
to hit the
type.
enter key. So we got up to like 35 degrees today with 25 to 35-mile-an-hour winds gusting to 50. So even though it was 35 degrees, it was still flipping cold.
That's right. No, Brian's right next to Dave.
That's right. I forgot. I admit it.
Which Dave is not on tonight, but, and I'm not going to say for sure because everybody's schedule could change, but he said he should be on Monday. When I talked to him earlier, he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to make Monday. I'll be in Pittsburgh." But he just said tonight, which again, it could change, but he said he's not going to Pittsburgh, so he will be here Monday. Also, we've got a special guest on Monday that's coming on and doing a seed giveaway. So if you want to get in on the seed giveaway, I don't know any of the rules. It might be just US only, which I know he's in the US, so it might be just a US only, but I don't know. I didn't discuss that with him yet, but he said he wants to come on Monday. So again, I got to reaffirm, but I'll put it up on Pepper Lovers. So I
And
think,
notice he didn't say who it was. And notice I don't know who it is either.
yeah, I know. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, by the way, Aaron, do you want to come on? I thought that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, so when's Paula going to join us?
She should be here shortly. It's 7:30 there.
Well, she's already in the audience and she's already off work.
Oh, she's in the chat?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I
she's
missed it.
talking about this is Jeep Talk Hour
Oh, where the heck was that?
a little bit ago. And it says maybe when I vacation in a couple weeks. I close the shop at 7. I'm usually out of there. I'm usually out of there by a quarter after 7, home by 7:30, eat, all that kind of stuff, and get, you know, ready to at that point about quarter after 8. And Paula's saying, "Dude, pay attention." You're too engrossed in the chat. You're not laughing.
Yeah, but you said Susan, right? You said Susan was here?
No, Paula.
Oh, no, no. Paula, I've known she's been here.
That's what I
I
said.
I even gave no, I thought you said Susan. That's why I was like, Susan? And you were like,
No,
yeah.
Paula.
That's when I started scrolling back and I couldn't find Susan anywhere in the chat. And I'm like, wait, what? No, I know Paula's there. I saw her. I even called out Jeep and Jesse. That's her channel.
Yeah. And like she says, I've been talking my butt off here.
Yeah, no, I gave you a shout out for your other channel.
All
I knew
right,
you're
Paula.
here. I thought
So,
you said Susan was here. That's why I was like,
no,
wait, I didn't see Susan. That's when I saw pay attention. I'm like, wait, no, come on. Like, I swear I didn't see Susan.
I said Paula. You heard Susan.
I got Susan on the mind, man.
Huh?
once,
I want.
once you've been to Pepper Lover community, you know what it's like.
I think Paula should join us. Clean your ears.
I don't think that'll do it.
Oh, go soak your head then. No. Ah. So what's next on the agenda? Other than a little black family member is a black furry family member is sitting there staring at me for like the last 6, 7 minutes, starting to dance. And if I look over at him, he's just going to get overly excited and head for the door.
Gotta train that thing.
That's just it. He is trained. He's letterbox trained, so he can use that. But if I'm home, he says, forget that, and wants to go outside. And he's trained to come and ask me to go outside, which is what he's doing right now. I can take and hold my hand up to him, and he'll back off and go lay down. But then he does one of those things, a sigh of exasperation.
I got mine trained to just sit here and snore.
Yeah. Murphy used to be a lap dog, but not anymore.
I
Yep.
wouldn't
I
say
just made the mistake of saying his name. Now he's dancing again.
I wouldn't say she's really a lap dog.
Close enough. I'll be back. He's getting excited. Ah, now you got to think of something to say.
Shoot. That sucks. That's right when I was getting an important call too. Hang on, I gotta send a text message real quick. All right. I'm not gonna answer my phone. That's rude. Sending a text message like I just did, that's pretty rude. But like I said, it was kind of an important call. Well, no, yeah, it was. My sister, she doesn't have any heat right now, and it's cold. Spent earlier talking to her on the phone about rewiring her thermostat, which apparently didn't get uh, wired correctly after the wall got painted. Apparently, it was fine when it was in AC mode, but when it went to heat mode, it was tripping the breaker. Nice, that is awesome. Brian says just got confirmation of 3 acres of prime garden plot. It's a nice little stream that runs right beside it. So excited about this spring. That's awesome. I love anything that has like any kind of water running. Oh yeah, and not only that, but like right now, it's been the coldest that it actually has been, like, well, all year. Uh, yeah, all year, like all of 2017. Right now is the coldest it's ever been. January was not that bad. February, in the middle of it, one of my videos, it was 80 degrees. Um, But no, funny story. I woke up this morning and my phone is notoriously always wrong with the temperature because I'll check it and I'll be like, oh my God, it's that temperature. And I'll run out, look at my thermostat, and it's not that temperature. But this morning I woke up and my heat pump wasn't, it didn't turn off. It just kept running and running and running. And I'm like, well, what the heck's going on? I looked at my phone and it said the wrong temperature, which was 30 degrees, which, by the way, I had like 56 was the high, 36 was the low, but somehow it was 30. And I looked at it and thought, oh my God, it's freezing. And so um, I didn't think much of it. I was just like, oh, I hope the peppers are okay. And I just put everything away. And then when I finally got up, I walked out and checked, and I was like, oh no, it's only 40. So it's not 30 degrees outside. And, but when I walked out of my room, I'm like, wow, like my room is really like the hottest room in the entire house because there's a major difference between my room and the rest of the house. Like when you walk out in the house, the temperature changes, like it goes down like 5 degrees. And I was really thinking like, wow, I can't believe the difference between just my secluded bedroom with the door shut, which is like the first rung of the heat getting to it, and the rest of the house. And I came out here and I was making some coffee and I was about to let the dog out. And that's when I realized somehow last night, for the first time ever, somehow when I was shutting the sliding glass door, my lock's broken. So I can actually latch the lock. And I latched it and then ran it into the catch. So like it was, the door was actually open like a quarter inch and it's like 40 degrees. So like all that 40 degrees was just rolling into the house. And that's why it was so cold. That's why the heat pump didn't shut off.
Hey, Susan.
What's up, Susan?
Hey, Susan. So Brian was saying he got three. How much land?
Oh yeah, and that's the big thing is the wind has been crazy here lately. So when it's like 40 degrees, it feels like it. I mean, I believe the real feel was like 20 something degrees, but it's been really bad with the wind here. But anyway, hey, you're back. Sweet. I'm gonna go. I gotta make a phone call real quick. So
Uh oh.
I'm gonna leave you to yourself.
Okay. So Brian, you got 3 acres. That is cool. And somebody just did a text over on the Hangouts.
Was it Tro?
I'm thinking it might be. Ah. Oh. That was weird. Sneeze. I wonder if I get the one of the yeah. Troll explaining a couple of things. So going back to Brian, 3 acres. That's pretty cool. I wish I could get something like that. Be able to get a lot of plants down with that. Um, Says it was 21 here last night, and with the wind, it felt like 5. Yeah, Monday night it was -1. The real feel. Aaron says I overwintered a couple plants, chopped them down to nubs. It's been so warm they are coming back, starting to flower. Flowering already. Cool. Susan says nice, Aaron. Yep. Uh, your F1, Susan, your F1 Ahi Tangerine is coming back like crazy. That's cool too. And Brian says we are planting everything down there. I don't want what happened last year with my neighbor to happen again. All right, I don't know what happened with your neighbor last year, but yeah, okay. Well, a friend of mine owns his parents own a farm, and we're talking to see if I can get some, a little strip of land out along like one of the fields or something, um, to put my plants down in. Otherwise, I'm going to end up taking and filling up my probably about a quarter of my yard. Yeah, 200 and I forget. Well, 210 or so plants right now. I don't know. I don't think I need to put any more down. That's if they all come up, but they may not. Ghost on red screen. Okay, I don't know about that. Yeah, I wish somebody could come up with a nice organic type thing to get rid of aphids. Uh, they go away in a week, 10 days later, they'll come back in force, and ended up having to take and cut a bunch of the branches off the Emily Scotch bonnet and the Bohemian goat today. Not today, yesterday. So, yeah. Neem oil doesn't seem to do much. They just kind of go, oh, we don't mind the taste of that, and go ahead and eat. It slows them down for a bit, but doesn't get rid of them. And the soap isn't getting rid of them. We tried an experiment to put uh, scorpion pepper powder in some water and sprayed it at them with a spray bottle, and they took off running, but they came back. So if you want to get them away from a certain area, then yeah. Oh, I remember now. Brian saying the weed and grass killer he sprayed on his property that ran into my dad's garden killed all 48 tomato plants, green peppers, and beans, and all my ahi lemon drops. Yeah, I remember that story now, or that situation now. That sucked. And Anthony says, yeah, I saw your bid update. Those pests are so annoying. Yes. And Susan agrees with me. Would be cool to have some kind of light that would disturb their system. Ever heard of anything like that? No, not really, but it'd be kind of interesting to see what a really low level microwave would do. We won't yet. That would be a little on the dangerous side, but I'm thinking, microwaves are, well, almost similar to radio waves. I wonder what a high intensity radio wave would do. Something to heat them up and make them go poof. But I haven't heard of lights. I wonder if there's something, a frequency they don't like. Oh, and these aphids have gotten smart. They won't go up to the top of the plant like they used to. They stay right down around the like bottom 6-8 inches of the main stalk and don't go up above there. I think they figured out they can hide down there and last longer. I agree, Susan. Just something that would not affect the plant, unless it makes the plant grow better. So I wonder if a high intensity ultraviolet light. I don't know. Chad the Walrus has just joined us. Hey, Chad. Um, yeah, Chad. Just so you know, Rev is off doing something real quick. He'll be back in a moment. So you got to put up with me for a few minutes. But I wonder if ultraviolet light would annoy aphids. They got those electronic uh, mouse and rat uh, things that drive them nuts and drive them away. I wonder if something like that would be effective on them. Because don't they make one of those for pests too? I know they make them for mice and rats, squirrels, groundhogs, but they don't affect dogs. Because I have a couple of those in the house, and Murph doesn't even seem to notice them. He didn't even look at me sideways when I plugged him in. Chad says, I promise not to delete anyone tonight. Yeah. I don't know if Graham got a good laugh out of that or not, but yeah, he came back though, didn't he? Yeah. He doesn't talk much when he's on. But yeah, go and take him, delete his comment, and then boot him. He may not live that down for a while. I mean it only as a joke, but it could be funny to take and boot me just to see what happens. Aha, joke, joke. Don't do it. Don't do it. I can see your mouse moving over to that thing. Yep. Nope. Don't do it. Although I'd have to be chat or typing in there. Although I did say something at the beginning. So anyway, I wonder if there are any electronic things that would affect aphids. That might be something worth looking into. It's strange. I can hear myself on Rev's computer. Aaron says, read somewhere you're supposed to put oil or reflective material on the base of plants, reflects the light to the underside of leaves. Aphids hate the direct light. Oh, really? So you could actually take and put a couple lights down at the base of the plant and uh, shine it upward. No mouse, or Chad says, no mouse, back to phone. But Chad, isn't that how you accidentally deleted them because you weren't doing something right with the buttons? I could be mistaken though. But underside of the leaves. So I wonder if we put tinfoil across all the tops of all the sand or dirt, compost, whatever you want to call it, and have it shining up. Because both of those are, oh, the MOA and the Bohemian Goat are all bottom watering and self watering uh, buckets. Ryan says, I just saw your post, Paula. The JLs are nice. 2 or 4 door. Okay. Chad the Walrus. Nope, I was on the PC. Chad's saying that he promises not to delete anybody's Nate.
What's up, Chad?
UV might be it. Like humans get sunburned. I wonder if there's something that would bother aphids. We've been having a discussion on uh, natural ways to get rid of aphids and talking about light waves, microwaves, radio waves. Just as wondering if there's anything else like that out there.
JT's latest method seemed to work.
I forget what he did though.
It was rosemary, dish soap, and something.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, Alex. Says hello, everyone. Busy night tonight at work. It's
In
probably a
case
good
anybody
thing.
was wondering, my sister's heat is back on. She did what I forgot to tell her to do. She's very popular on Facebook. I forgot to say, like, hey, you should go on Facebook and say any, HVAC guys out there, like, want to give me a hand. And she did do that. And one of her good friends' husbands was like, hey, why don't, how about I come over there and check it out? He came over, and within a half hour, the house was back up to temp. So
Cool.
she's all hooked up.
Yeah, Susan, UVB, I believe it is, kills off bacteria. That's what they put in water filters and water filters that go into aquariums, things along those lines. Some hot tubs even have them. They, I believe it's UVB, not UVA. It's one
Yeah,
of the
because
two. I
I know
believe it.
with like certain hot tubs, they used UV light.
Yeah,
They would
that's
have
what.
like a clear pipe and they would use a UV light. And as the water was flowing through, that was supposed to kill bacteria.
Yeah,
I never trusted those things, but
they actually have the bulbs now that actually sit inside the tube, so it doesn't have to be clear.
hmm.
I have a filter for one of my aquariums that does that. The bulb is right in the water as the water's flowing past it. Alex, I have some UV water filters about 4 foot long. Free if someone wants to pay shipping. I have one on my reverse osmosis system and one for my big aquarium.
All right. Yeah, they use them for that too.
Okay, Aaron says the cannabis growers use foggers to disperse pesticides, natural or man made. Might get one next year.
I wonder what the natural ones are then. Yeah, I always lean to that side.
Yeah, that's what I prefer to do too.
I say that, but I started off, I was like, I'm an all organic gardener. Like, I'm only doing all organics. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, I'm doing aquaponics. And I'm like, that's like the most, all organic that you could ever have, according to whatever you feed the fish. And then from there, I was just like, heck with it. I'm going to do hydroponics. So then I just totally threw organic out the window. I was like, I'm going to be hydroponic. But at the same time, I do stick true with the rest of the stuff. When I grow in the ground, it's always organic. When I do aquaponic, it's as organic as I can. And when I do hydroponic, it's as hydroponic as I can do it.
Alex says use a bait mod as a fogger with a fan. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea, but you got to make sure that whatever you use doesn't burn at 1600 degrees. Although I could put in a temp control coil and keep it at 450.
Still sounds pretty hot.
Well, not when it comes to a vaporizer. The coils actually can reach 1600 degrees if they run low on liquid. My local hydro store recommends Azamax. It's the main active ingredient in neem oil. Okay, but is Azamax a pesticide or is it a deterrent? Because neem oil isn't a pesticide; it's a deterrent. The neem oil gets on and they go to eat the plant. They end up eating some of the neem oil, don't like the flavor of it, and move on somewhere else and hopefully starve to death. That's why it can take a few days for neem oil to take effect because it has to get into the plant.
Uh, so if it has to get into the plant, are you trying to water with it so that it goes into the roots, uptakes into the plant, or are you trying to spray it on the plant so it just gets absorbed by the plant?
You spray the plant and it dries on the plant. So it gets into all the nooks and crannies and crevices and that kind of stuff. Then they go to eat it and don't like it, and um, yeah, makes them go away. Susan says, thought the neem oil suffocates them. Neem oil mixed with the um, dishwashing soap, that's why they usually do that, will take and dry out the exoskeletons of aphids and kill them.
Yeah,
But the
because they
neem
got a
oil is a
soft,
deterrent to keep them from coming back.
because the soap dries them out, like you said, because they've got the soft body insect. That's what
Yep.
they usually say. The soap, use that with the soft body insects that you want to get rid of. I do know, like the Epsom salt. Everybody was talking about like, do Epsom salt, like, and water, whatever concentration, mix it up, and then spray it onto your plants. I did that, man. I could not get that stuff off. Like, I had white, like, residue all over my plants for like the longest time last year.
Yeah, Susan says it's crazy we can't think of a good way to get rid of them when they are soft bodied. They should be easy to kill. That's just it. They are really easy to kill. That's why Japanese beetle ladybug things are a main predator of them because they're really easy to kill and they go after them and chomp them down. But they lay so many hundreds of eggs in a single sack and then move on. And I forget how long after they're born that they can start mating again. Uh, Susan, ha ha ha, I remember that. Okay, Aaron says, Azamax is an anti
Anti-feeding.
anti-fedant, whatever that is. Okay, an insect growth regulator which controls pests through starvation and growth disruption. It effectively controls spider mites, thrips, fungus gnats, aphids, and whiteflies. Because fungus gnats, aphids, and whiteflies are what I've had this year. Spider mites I had a couple years ago, but they just kind of starved themselves out and died.
I never had a problem with fungus gnats. I had a ton of fungus gnats, but I never had a problem with them. They were annoying, but they never actually caused any damage, anything noticeable. Like I know they're supposed to like attack the roots and stuff, so I really can't tell if they're, doing anything wrong down there. But I never really saw anything that big of damage wise. They were
Yeah,
annoying.
my two original chocolate bootlegs were hit with um, fungus gnats, and they got to be about an inch and a half, 2 inches tall, and stopped growing because the fungus gnats were taking all the nutrients away. If it's a
Yeah,
full size plant, it's not going to be that noticeable until they get really high in numbers. But on a small plant, it'll stop all its growth and they just die.
no, I know that's what they're supposed to do, but I just never had that. That the plants just kept on going and the fungus gnats were around. And usually it was because they were so small, I was top watering. And then once I stopped top watering and only bottom watering, they just went away.
Yeah, fungus gnats like moist soil.
Yeah.
One of the ways to get rid of them is to dry out the pots for the top 2 inches and, like you said, bottom water, and only enough to keep the plant growing. So it's not thriving like it would have all the water, but fungus gnats live in the top 2 inches of the soil. So
Well, that's
letting
pretty
it
much
dry
what
out,
I
they
do,
can't
though.
reproduce. Huh?
Well, that's pretty much what I do. Like once a plant pops up, I will transplant it into a double cup and I will pretty much only water from the bottom. And I'll put like, I don't know, maybe a good inch of water in the bottom of it and then set the actual cup into that. And that's the only water it's going to get. So whatever water seeps up from the bottom, that's what it's going to get.
Yep.
So that problem goes away real quick.
And like Susan says, fungus gnats only hurt baby seedlings, in my opinion.
Yep.
So we're in agreement. Uh oh. That one's going to go right to my head. Boom. All right. I thought it was funny.
Pop filters off.
I'm going to do that.
You'd be able to hear the pops in my peas.
Yeah, I got one of those foamy things over the top of mine.
Yeah, I don't have a professional mic. I just got this cheapy.
This is my $32 mic. I keep telling you, and it came with it. I know $32 isn't professional.
I keep thinking you're pointing to your Yeti.
Yeti's on the other computer. I need a higher quality mic for up there. Uh, Susan says, "Great minds." Yeah, but I don't know if I can agree with that because she's the smart one, not me.
Speaking of great minds, Aaron's going to be on Monday as well as somebody else. We're going to have a seed giveaway. Okay, maybe Aaron's not going to be on, but somebody else will be on.
I don't use soil to start seeds. Cocoa core is bug free and you can control nutrients better. I can't find cocoa core. I have to order it online, but I don't have anything that it's going to go into. Well, I guess I do. I could have put that in all the cups, but that would be a bit much. I don't know.
We don't have cocoa here. We've got we do have peat, but I'm sure that's not the exact same as cocoa.
No.
But it is good for an additive. I like to do like comp or some sort of compost type soil, and then peat, and then like uh, vermiculite or perlite or something like that. And then what else was I doing? Sometimes I'll throw rock dust in. Sometimes I'll throw bone meal in. That's about it.
Susan says, Aaron, yay, he should be on. Paula says, I like Jiffy. That must be the soil. And to believe.
Or the quick, or what do they call that? The start mix. I've got like 2 bags of that stuff in my garage.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes
Right.
forever to actually get wet, but once it's actually wet, it works great.
Yeah, that's how my stuff at the shop right now is. You can put in almost 1 to 1 with water and it'll expand out, but it's so compact and so dry when you take it out, it takes forever for it to soak anything up. And Brian says we use Epsom salt mixed in the soil around all of our plants. Plus, it helps with any type of mold or blight. Adds magnesium, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Peppers need lots of magnesium.
Yep, and that's part of one of the 3 parts of the master blend mix.
Mhm.
That's the one small one. You got your master blend, and then you got your uh, well, you got your magnesium. Heck is Epsom salt, magnesium sulfide, and then you got your was it calcium nitrate, Cal-Ni.
Yeah, yeah, because I use Master Blend and Kelmeg, and it
You don't
works
have
wonders
Cal-Ni.
with Pak Choi too. Huh?
You got master blend and Cal Mag,
Yeah, that's what I use for my hydroponics.
so that's like calcium nitride and magnesium sulfide mixed together.
Yeah, in liquid form that's already uh, pre-dissolved.
Hmm. That's a good tip. Uh, well, are you? Well, it doesn't matter if you're buying it local or if you're buying it on the internet. But if you buy powdered form, it's a lot cheaper because you're not paying for water.
Yeah,
Or I'm sorry, you're not paying to ship water.
Brian says, saving my eggshells for my tomato plants too for calcium.
That's
Well,
another good thing.
Aaron says, gotta run, guys. Enjoy your evening. Alrighty, Aaron, have fun. See you
Later, Aaron.
probably Monday. Paula says, hashtag pray for Dave. Just posted a Stargazer review. Is the Stargazer another one of King's? I don't remember if it is or not.
There's 2 R's on there, so I would say yes.
Huh. Yet he couldn't be with us tonight. I know, you can schedule him to go off anytime you want.
Who, Dave?
No, the videos. Because she said just posted a Stargazer review. So he might have been sitting there editing and everything else that is latest video. Ah. So what's next on the agenda?
Oh, I never have a plan.
Yeah, me either. Okay, let's take a
Oh,
suggestion
no.
from our chat. Hmm?
I guess Paul was talking about Dave just posted Kangstar's Stargazer.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 minutes ago. I missed that. Well, I didn't miss it. I wasn't around for it, so we'll check that out later.
Paula says, started some more Dorset Naga because only one of my 4 seeds germinated. Huh. I don't have any. I have a Naga seed, but I don't remember which one it is. But those suckers are supposed to be really hot.
Yeah, that's what I tried on the live stream. King Naga.
Yeah, that's the one that you stop talking for a little while with.
Yeah.
He was toasty warm.
Oh yeah. Well, I got those seeds from Aaron Hernandez sent me a box of pods last year. That was one of the peppers in there. I planted the seeds and they popped up. And to be
Oh,
perfectly honest, it was way hotter this year than it was last year.
did you forget to water them again?
They could have cross pollinated with something hot because I mean I grew almost nothing but really hot peppers. But yeah, I totally forgot to water them every chance I could until they actually made it in the totes. Once they're in the totes, they get good, accurate watering. Well, until they run out of water.
Uh,
But we'll see if we actually have peppers still going after tonight.
yeah. Hopefully the everything shows.
Well, it's I think tonight and tomorrow night, or maybe the next night, is like the actual, and by that I mean like below 40. It'd be like 36, 37 the next night kind of thing. But as long as we can make it out of those 3 days, then it's back to like low of like 40, 46, stuff like that for a while. So we could be good for a little while.
Yeah, depending on what the temperature of the water is. That could have a lot to do with
Well,
it.
that's a whole nother thing. And I thought about changing that out and doing that's a whole nother plan I wanted to do. And I kind of chickened out and stuff, interconnecting all of the containers, adding one of the bigger containers not being used and put a lid on it and putting a fish tank heater in there and then adding a pump so it recirculate through all of them and then recirculate back to the main tank and doing that kind of thing just to keep it warmer, maybe burying the main tank in the ground. So, I mean, realistically, I could. I don't want to say I could make it all the way through winter with like that, but I would have a shot if I actually had walls on my greenhouse.
Yeah, that might help.
But no, that was one of my plans, but I just haven't got around to it. It's that YouTube money. I keep waiting for it to roll in. It just doesn't come. So weird. Like I see other YouTube channels, it just rolls right in. Logan Paul guy, that PewDiePie, I don't understand it, man. Like I think I'm as funny as them.
Oh, I don't know what I would do with a million plus subscribers.
I I do not want that. That would be the worst thing ever.
uh,
Sweet. Getting some of those seeds starting, Chad.
there's yeah from Reverend JT Barry. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and hey, I'm gonna say this as a confirmation. JT messaged me back and said he will be on the live stream soon. That could be December of next year. That could be January of next year. Who knows? but he said that he actually will be on at some point. So
Well,
that's all I want to hear. He can take a sweet time, months at a time, whatever. But he said he will be on. So someday we'll be face to face with the actual JT Bear. More importantly, I just want to see him actually try to go live. So, like on a Wednesday or a Thursday or whatever, I just want to see him sit down in front of the computer and hit the live button and go live. And we all can hop over there and be like, how come you're not on Revto's stream? You made this happen.
yeah.
But you didn't subscribe to JT like years and years ago, right? Before he moved.
No.
Oh man, that was so much fun. He used to go live all the time. He would just like, hey, we're gonna go live, and for like an hour, he would sit in front of the camera and talk to everybody in the live stream, and we'd all go over there and just talk to him and everything. And Shocks would be behind the camera, like reading off what the chat's saying. And I don't know, it was a lot of fun. That's where I got the idea of going live in the first place, was just from him.
Hmm. Dad says he was an early sub there.
Oh yeah, he was. I remember him on live streams with me.
And I missed Paula's comment saying that she got her seeds from J Herb.
What? What?
She made me jump. And now she set up for
Someone's making my dog mad. Stop. Oh, totally didn't hear your dog barking. Hey, come here. Come here. Come. Come. Come here. Sit down. Sit down. Lay down. Lay down. Everybody understands that you're angry. Lay down. You fall. That was
And
so
you-
important, huh?
and you say Murphy isn't well trained. All I got to do is make that psst sound and he stops. Brian says, looking for some heat mats, found some for 1999 from iPower Ceiling, 48 by 20. That's a good size. Ever heard of this brand? No.
That is gigantic. Almost 4 feet by 2, almost, or 4 feet by almost 2 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, you could
No, but
get.
I will say I got something. I should call them out. I should go look at the brand name. I swear, no, I'd have to climb over a. Never mind. But no, that thing, that seed mat sucked. I swear it was like just overheating all of my plants. So if you do get a seed mat, try to like put a thermometer on there and make sure that it's running at whatever temperature it's supposed to be. Because I'm pretty sure mine was running like 95 or 100, and that was just drying out the soil and like baking the seeds.
It says I have a few different brands. Look for one that has a warranty. I had one die before a year, and it didn't have a warranty, but some do. I regulate the heat in my seedling area by how far I open the opening on it. It usually stays between about 77 and 81 in the 81 in there. Well, excuse me.
See, mine was so hot that when I would put my hand on there, it actually felt too hot. And I'm not somebody like I'm the guy that when my oven's at 360 and I'm cooking chicken, because I don't do 350. I'm too cool for that. I go 360 because I want it quicker. But no, like I'll reach in and just grab the rack and pull it towards me. You like, so obviously I'm not that like wimpy guy that, oh, things are hot or anything like that. But no, when I touched the heat mat, it actually, I don't want to say it burned me, but it actually was so hot where I'd hold my hand on there for a few seconds and I'm like, I shouldn't hold it there any longer.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. I think I might have had like a bad power regulator or something like that, or
Yeah.
thermostat or something. I guess they
Uh,
don't have heat regulators, but they do have a thermostat.
Paula says iPower 48 by 20 is the last one I got actually. iPower has a 1 year warranty.
Yeah, and the one I got, that was like cheap brand X on Amazon.
I've never used a mat for germinating. It says 10 to 20 degrees over ambient temperature. How well did it work, Paula? You have a digital thermometer for yours, correct? And Paula says, where do you see it for 19.99? It's 46.99 on Amazon.
Probably eBay. If you ever look for anything and you find a good price on Amazon, usually if you go to eBay, it's way cheaper, like sometimes up to half price. But you might wait 2 weeks to get it, whereas on
Okay.
Amazon, you could get it like next day.
And Paula says, yes, I have a thermometer. It seemed to work well for me. And Anthony says, heat mat does wonders. Well, I figure with my little area being as warm as it is, hopefully that's warm enough. Seems to work all right. Like my ahi lemon drops came up really well. I
And if
need
you
to
have
keep one of those.
anything that's running, like if you have a refrigerator sitting in the middle of your kitchen where it's not like recessed or anything, and you can set things on top of it. Usually that's just as good as a heat mat. Just set everything on top of your fridge. All the heat, from the motor and everything from the backside rises up and,
Yep.
acts just like a heat mat. So depending on your living situation, you might not need a heat mat. I know I have, I don't think it's showing. I have this vintage 1970s serving cart, and it actually has like warming things built into it. You plug it into the wall and everything, like old school, two-prong plug and everything. And I used that with a couple 2x4s across it, and then put my seed starting trays on top of it. And that's how I started seeds, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Hmm.
3 or 4 years ago, actually. That was before the peppers.
Okay. To get my scorpion to germinate in the shop, we had a Pepsi cooler in there, and I set it up right at the back of it. I actually had it sitting over the air gap so that the heat coming off it would take and keep it nice and warm.
Yeah,
Chad
the
says,
only thing with that, if you're like blocking the air, you don't want to do that. So if like you make a space between that, like if you're actually blocking the air vent, you don't want to do that. You want to like actually put something like 2x4s under there, so it's up above, so the heat will actually come out, radiate into whatever you want it to, but at the same time dissipate the heat from the unit. Because if you don't do
yeah,
that, you're just going to do that unit disservice.
yeah, because the Pepsi cooler was sitting about 3 inches out from the wall, and I put it on the board out in the top so that the air flowed up and around it. It was open all the way around.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to point that out in case there was like an air vent on, like I know fryers will have an air vent on the top, and obviously that's not where you want to put
I know.
your seeds, but same kind of thing. Wherever there's an air vent, it's got a vent for a reason. I just don't want anybody like losing a fridge because we're like, hey, just throw your seeds on top of it. I don't think fridges actually have an air vent on the top, but you know what I mean. Any kind of thing. I've never put seeds on top of my stereo receiver. That produces a decent amount of heat, but if that would ever leak, I would lose my stereo receiver. So I would never use that.
Yeah, no.
So just throwing that out there. I thought
Uh,
about it so many times. I thought about putting it on my computer. And then I was like, man, if that leaks, no way. If that leaks, it's going to be the worst case scenario. It's going to like take out, like before the actual computer gets taken out, it's going to like leak down, and the video card's going to get fried, then the sound card's going to get fried, the power supply is going to get fried, but not before the power supply. It's going to actually fry the processor, the RAM, everything else that it can, and then the power supply, and the entire thing's junk.
Yeah. Let's see. Brian says, I have a freezer in my basement.
I have a
Charles says, just wanted to say hi. I'm still at work, struggling because I moved all that compost this morning. I'm sorry to hear that, Charles. And Brian says, www.zenhydro.com for the
That's
heat map.
funny. That's funny, Charles. He's still at work, but he's struggling because he moved all that compost. I'm sure he wants to like get it into place, make it work.
But he did the compost in the morning. So yeah, must have been
Yeah,
tough
but
if
he's
he still.
stuck at work right now. He's probably thinking like, man, all this talk about peppers, I want to start more seeds.
And Paula says, cool, Brian.
A pit bull snoring.
Yep, I can hear her. And if I can, that means everybody else can.
That's my girl. Oh, yeah. That
Oh,
was
what?
the Google notification that I got. Dave's got a new video. Yeah,
Didn't
make
pop
sure
up
you
for
go
me.
over and check out Dave's new video, after this live stream's over. Or heck, pause it right now and just hop over there.
Then come back and we'll say what you have to say. No, wait a minute. That's after the fact.
Yeah, let us know what's going on. It was the Kang Star Stargazer. Oh man, he put Kang Star in the title of his video. Wait for that Kang bump. I've been waiting to well, not waiting, but I've been trying to figure out a way to finagle Kang's name into one of my videos so I can put it in the title just to screw around and see if I can get a Kang bump. But just haven't been able to do it. I can't pull myself to do it. I know it's easy thing to do, but I don't know, till I actually have a real reason to say it.
You don't want to get accused of clickbaiting.
Oh, I don't care. That being said, yeah, I never do clickbaity titles. Like every single picture in my thumbnail, that is a picture of the actual video you'll be watching. The title has to do with something that was happening within the video, but that's what I'm saying. Like I have to just have a reason to bring up Kang. Like, hey, have you seen Kang Star's latest video? And then I could just be like, Kang Star shout out video or something like that, and then and then I'd be like, oh, wait for that Kang bump. Obviously, I'm not very serious about that because I have not done that, and I've been thinking about that for I don't know 2 years now.
I try to keep as straightforward and as above board as I can, just like you do. That's why you don't do stuff like that. And yeah,
No, but if I find a reason to put a clickbaity title in, but it's something that I actually talked about or made fun of myself about in the video, oh, I'm totally going for it. Like if I was like, oh, that would be hilarious if I if I just called myself out, like, oh, that would be really dumb. But I would have to say that in the video. Like, that would be such a clickbaity title. I would never do that. Or would I? And that would be the time I would put it in.
yeah.
Batman. I love Batman too.
Yeah, Brian says, yes, I have quite a few ahi lemon drops to start, thanks to a very generous man. Batman! I guess that you're not catching the joke. I'm the one who said to play ahi lemon drops. Seeds. You know, now he's playing the joke, Batman. Get it? Ha ha, joke, joke. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Batman was. All right. Gotcha. My mistake. Yeah, you're clickbait, Batman. All right. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But I will give advice if you actually make YouTube videos, don't put Batman in your title. You'll get flagged. That video is still flagged. I beat almost every single flagging that I got. That one I did not beat. And it's because I put Batman in the title, and that's because the whole Elsa Gate. So just keep that in mind.
But it was such an innocent thing.
I know, but that's the Elsa Gate thing. That's YouTube Kids, and that's the latest adpocalypse that's been going off. So anything with any superhero, Disney character, anything like that, anything kid related in the name, those automatically get flagged. And it's because there was so many bad apples that were out there that were using those names and having, I'll just say, very weird videos. But no, that's the latest adpocalypse that's going on right now.
Well, at least I keep my titles pretty much the same.
Well, no, most of mine are like absolutely fine. But I had one, there was a raccoon and it was in a hole. And I called it Coon in a Hole. And it got flagged. So I changed the name from Coon in a Hole to Raccoon in a Hole. Because everybody around, I mean, you want to keep your title as short as possible, but I get where they're coming from. I changed it to Raccoon Hole like the next day. Nope, it's back.
Ah.
So just a little advice out there. Okay, Bubba.
I a video of my 87 chickens and one rooster. Yeah, we'll say rooster instead. Yeah, because we don't want to get it flagged.
Well,
That was supposed to be a joke.
that was I don't know the specifics, but from what I gathered from her videos, Punky Rooster, that's why her entire channel got demonetized. She had like provocative titles like Big Cock Problem, and she was talking about a rooster. She was having a problem with one of her roosters, and that was one of them that got her flagged. And she had a couple that were like that, and she got flagged and just automatically demonetized. We're not going to talk about it, over and done kind of thing, which is
Hmm.
really weird.
I didn't do it. My simple pepper update shop and date. It shouldn't get me flagged.
Oh no,
I'm not getting me
like
mentioned either.
no, like Paula was saying a few videos back, if you have indoor grow. No, she said that, and it was like I was like, oh yeah, I had a couple like that. No, since that happened, every single video that I have that says indoor grow, all have been flagged. They're still flagged, and they have not been deflagged yet. And by flagged, I mean demonetized, limited or no ads, which pretty much means they'll still put ads up, but they won't pay you for them. But no, every single one that says indoor grow was flagged. So there's another term that don't put that in your video. Just say like indoor pepper. I don't even know if you want to say indoor and grow in the same sentence, but maybe indoor pepper tent. Maybe that would be better.
Paula says they deflagged mine. They still haven't deflagged my chili powder one though for using Magic Bullet in the tags.
Yeah, sometimes bullet is one of them. Anything to do with guns. I saw a lot of gun people saying that. I don't know if that's true or not, or maybe they were selected, selectively. Um, all right.
Well, you bring up
Select.
Demolition Ranch, and there's ads all over theirs. Whether or not they're flagged or not is irrelevant if they're still putting ads up and just not paying you for them.
Well,
But
yeah, like I said, it's limited or no ads. So they could just keep on putting up ads, but you don't get money for it.
um,
Um, yeah, should I remove it? Will I deflag it sooner? I wouldn't. I don't remove anything. Um, no, I've never had a channel strike or anything like that. They don't go after you that way. They just will demonetize the video. So, like I said with Punky, I'm not exactly sure what happened with her, but just listening to her videos, it sounded like she was putting out provocative titles. People actually flagged them, and then her channel got demonetized. But as far as remove, I would not remove them. I don't remove any of my videos. I fought every single time they said we're going to demonetize your video, and I've won almost every single time except I'm down to 20 videos, and I have no. I guess I can tell you exactly, but I think it's like
843.
840 videos.
843.
840, really?
I'm guessing.
Oh no, 839.
Oh, I was far off.
I could have swore it was 830 or 840 at least. But no, I got 839, and out of all of that, 20 of them are actually limited or no ads. And I had like 40 or 50 that actually got flagged. I fought every single one of them and won.
Well, I wonder if Paula, by saying maybe I should remove it, is referring to the meta tag that says Magic Bullet. If there was one in there, you could take and change the name, and if you got a meta tag that says Magic Bullet, you could remove
Yeah.
it and see what happens.
Yeah, I try, and Chad said, mentioned Starbucks in my description of the giveaway video and got demonetized. I would fight that too, but it might not be that you mentioned it. It might have just been they're demonetizing almost every video that pops up anymore. I fight every single one of them. If you do a live stream, this one, it'll get demonetized immediately. I bet if I go and look at this video right now, it's demonetized. Everything gets demonetized. And that's why I just go ahead and fight it. Like with you know, my pepper updates and stuff like that, that is my greenhouse, my plants, my, property, my voice, my thumbnail, my pictures, every single thing is mine. So there is no way that, I'm in the wrong. So, less than 1,000 subs, no review. Less than 1,000 views per week, no review. But that being said, like I said, I had like 40 or 50 videos that got flagged, and I'm down to about 20. And they don't have 1,000 video or 1,000 views in a week. So, but I'd still fight it. I fight every single thing, every time, anytime. Like even I had another channel where you actually could give me copyright infringement. I would fight that, and I would win almost every single time. And it was mainly because the people saying that I was copyright infringing, they weren't the actual copyright holder. So I would win just based on that. Like they were right that I might have been in the wrong, but they're not the copyright holder, so I would win. So that being said, I fight everything. Yeah, like I mean, it's a running joke. When we're done with the live streams, me and Rob, we've been talking about like doing like an after party kind of thing where we're just like, here's like the hour after we're live, because usually, what, the last time we were on here, we got done at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I think I actually got off of the live stream with Rob on the private end at like 6 in the morning. Like we just kept on talk, blah blah blah, like little chatty Cathys. But
Yeah.
but we talked about like maybe we should make that live too. But no, it's a running joke. After we're done with the live stream, I'll be like, all right, it's done. I'm gonna go check it, and I'll go on. I'm like, oh, it's been flagged. I'm gonna go fight it. And usually by the time we're done talking, it's already been removed. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's live again. But yeah, that's your lesson, everybody. Always fight everything. 100% tooth and nail. And that
Yeah.
being said, also never put music in your live stream or your videos or anything like that, because if you do have that, you're in the wrong, and they're gonna win.
Unless you have permission and it comes from a royalty-free site.
Yes, like Brother Troll, who couldn't make it here tonight. He has his a bunch of his family makes music, and he gets permission from them, tags them in the, like his video today with the screwdriver holder. He had it right there at the bottom of the video the entire time, who it was and what the song was, and that's his relative. I forget, cousin or whatever. And yeah, got some music and royalty free. Plus, they get coverage. You know, they get some, or not coverage, exposure.
Yeah. I want to go back to this comment from Brian. Magic Bullet is also a blender that is really big right now and has been for a while. Yeah, my sister's got one. Who knows? They are getting out of hand plaguing videos. That last part is what I was thinking. Somebody was saying new algorithm was going through and flagging a whole bunch of things. And if everybody's getting flagged and then they contest it and it gets turned around, don't you think they'd take and change the algorithm around?
Well, it will. But I mean, like they say it's a self-learning thing, but I I mean, I don't, that's all I know about it. So how long does it take to self-learn and turn itself around? And I don't know. The only experience, and I don't know this for sure, but the only experience I have with the self-learning thing is every live stream got flagged. But lately, it seems when I fight it like 5 minutes after we're done, it gets turned around within like an hour or two. So maybe it's self-learning that, hey, with RevToes TV, when he goes live, he's really not, playing the local radio and playing Beyonce music and blah blah blah, copyright stuff, and he's okay, so we can let him slide. Maybe it's more like that. I don't know. But I know the the CEO, I forget her name, but she came out just a little bit ago and she was saying that the algorithms are self-recognizing or self-learning. But
Have a good night, Chad. Thanks for
later
joining
on,
us. He's taking
later
off.
on, later on, Chad.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But no, she was just saying they're self-learning. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Well, good news from Paula then. Paula says, I have music in my intros and I've never been plagued for it. Neither have I. And
Is that,
then
but is that, uh, what is it? Royalty free? What's the other term for it?
public domain.
No, it's royalty free. Well, there's YouTube music. That doesn't count either. Like all the
Yeah,
stuff where YouTube's like, you can use this music. No, that's fine. Because that's all like non-copyright,
written. Yeah.
royalty free.
Yep.
What is it? It's public something, but not public domain.
Yeah, if something goes into public domain, anybody can use it. It's no longer covered under any copyright.
Yeah, that's why you don't get flagged.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and you can do that. That's not a big deal. Like me personally, I've never done it because I don't know. With my videos, I don't know. I talk so much, I don't really see the need to have like music in the background at any point. Because I'm like, hey, what's going on, YouTube? I'm gonna sit here and talk about my pepper plants, blah 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 about my pepper plants, blah 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 blah, and I don't shut up. So I don't really need any music in there. But
Yeah, Anthony's taken off too. Says, "I love you guys, but I gotta go. Good night, everyone."
later, Anthony.
And Paula says, "I take that back. They did deflate my magic bullet chili powder video. I just never got notified they deflated it. I still have an old video flagged though." And she says, "Yeah, it's royalty free music or royalty free for the music, but I have old videos that are using royalty free that they flagged for copyright. Maybe I should challenge those. I even gave music credit for them. I would." And Brian says, "I have problems with the bell staying on. Like right now, Rev's bell is not clicked for notifications."
Yeah.
Huh.
No, that'll happen, and also it'll unsubscribe you too. That happens a lot too. So like not just me, but any of the people that you watch on YouTube, if you're like they haven't made a video in a while, just search them out because like JT, that popped up. I've been following JT for I don't know, 3, 4 years, something like that. And like there was all of a sudden a point where he just stopped putting out videos. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? I know he like really slowed down on videos. It's only on Sunday. What's going on? I looked him up, like, nope. Last 2 Sundays he had videos, but they never popped up on my subscription. I had to unsubscribe from them and resubscribe, and then they started popping up. And it seems if you have the bell, it happens more often. Whereas if you don't have the bell, it seems to actually just pop up, but you don't get the notification.
Hmm.
I don't know if that helps, but that's what I've found so far. Because I know JT this year, I've unsubscribed and resubscribed at least 2 or 3 times so far this year.
Brian says, "I haven't had any unsubscribed, but the notification is always being turned off." I used to get notification in the upper right hand corner under the bell, and I haven't been getting that lately. The only time I get something up under there is when somebody leaves a comment on a video. But when I hit my subscriptions, all the latest videos show up on the screen.
Yeah, and if you are sending messages to anybody, if you do private messages through YouTube by going to their page, going to the about, and then clicking message, if you go that route, that's a private message. Those you do not get a notification that someone sent you a message. So
Yep.
if you send me a message, I will not get a notification about that. I've been trying every time I go and look at my comments, I will go to my messages and just look and see if anybody sent me anything just out of habit. But just to let you know, if you send it to anybody else, they don't actually get a notification. Kind of like I haven't. Was Graham here tonight? Graham wasn't here yet, right?
I haven't seen them.
Nah, I sent him a message like a month and a half ago, and he still hasn't got back to me.
Ah,
And I don't know, with Brian, with the bell not being checked, to be perfectly honest, the only thing is you won't like if I upload a video or I'm going live, it won't tell you, it won't give you a notification. But if you're actually checking out your subscriptions, you'll actually see that I'll pop up like an hour or so before and say, "Hey, I'm going live like in an hour." So you can actually know that I'm going live. So it's not that big of a deal if you don't have it checked. Huh.
Paula's and Dave's was turned off, but Rob's was still on. No clue on that one. She's around somewhere. Look forward to see down the edge of the screen. Yep, caught myself doing that.
What's
Yeah,
that?
like
A puppy?
yeah, like it's just a window and you can get closer and look down, see if she's still there. Caught myself doing that.
Oh no, she's way behind the camera.
He says, "Daddy, I've had enough of this stardom. I'm going to go sit over here off camera for a while."
Nah, I got her. I finally. Um, well, it's such a long saga. I know I've talked about it so many times. My dog got fleas, and I used everything to try to get rid of the fleas. I used Advantage, Frontline, Advantix, the generic stuff at Walmart, the generic stuff at Ace Hardware. What's that other stuff? Something else. I tried this shampoo, which got rid of them for a day. Nothing would work. And finally, I got this new stuff. My mom told me about it. She got it for her dog, and I got it in. I ordered it before Thanksgiving. I just got it Saturday. And like normal, it got rid of all the fleas immediately. Like, well, she had a flea today for the first time, and she had a flea. I gave it to her Saturday. Sunday, she had a flea. And today she actually had a flea. But those are the only two fleas I found on her, period. Like they all died off. But she still, you know, feels like she has, well, she still has bites. So she still feels like she has fleas. So she wanders off so she can go over there and scratch herself.
Mm. Paula says, "Okay, I disputed all my copyright infringements." Brian says, "Good luck, Paula." And she says, "Thanks. I had about 6 of them on old videos."
Yep. And Troll actually told me a few live streams back, if you go to your video manager and open that up, and the, what is it, top right, it'll say like sort by new. If you click that, you can sort by limited or not monetized or whatever that thing is. It's all the way at the bottom. If you click that, that'll actually pull up all your ones that are flagged for not monetized, and you can actually go in and dispute each one individually. And that's how I've been keeping up on my limited or not monetized videos. Like I said, I'm down to about 20, and they are so minute. Like it is such crap. Like I'll have a video with like 13 views on it from like 7 years ago, and they're like, it's demonetized. Like, really? Like, I'm sure it's not getting out to everybody. It's been 7 years. I got 13 views. Like, it's kind of pathetic. Yeah, the
uh,
stuff I got was NexGuard, which is like a pill, like an edible pill that the dog eats. It's like a little chunk of meat, is what it looks like. You just give it to your dog, and they're gone. The funny thing is, I gave it to my dog that night. We actually had freezing temperatures. So the fleas all died outside. All I had to do is like, throw my dog out on the back porch and shut the door for like a good hour and a half, and the fleas should have died off.
yeah, they jump off and they get cold.
No, I wouldn't have done that. That's just mean.
No, but
My
seriously,
dog.
fleas jump off when it gets cold. They jump off the
Yeah,
dogs.
I would think they would stay with the dog. Like it's
But
cold. Like we got to stay next to this heat source, and like
no, you can take a dog that's infested and throw them in a cold freezer and watch the fleas jump off because they're looking to get away from the cold.
huh?
Brian says, "Up here, we didn't have any problems until around September with fleas. Then they got bad. I use Seresto callers, and they are the best I have found. Oh, it says just found some videos that way that weren't monetized that should be. And Brian
Sweet.
says, "Yep,
Glad I helped you.
those work well too." On
Awesome.
yeah, Brian earlier said, "Good luck, Paulo, finding when she was talking about disputing them." I missed that one. Trying to keep that on the comments.
Sweet. Yeah, fight everything, especially lately. Like they will just demonetize anything. I got videos. It's deep water culture versus cracky, and I'm growing. What am I growing? Broccoli or cauliflower, something like that. I don't understand how that is demonetizable, but apparently they thought it was.
Uh, Pak Choi update, or let's see, how can I put it so it could get flagged if I was monetized? Hydroponic pak choi update home.
Indoor grow, indoor grow
In my
room.
yeah, indoor grow hydroponics pak choi update.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Uh, all right.
That's awesome. That makes me feel so much better that Paula's like, hey, look at all these ones that I gotta like fight.
Yep, I'll be back in a moment.
All right. I love that. No, that's the attitude I've had the entire time I've been on YouTube. Every single time they're like, oh, we're gonna, copyright infringement. We're gonna, demonetize, whatever. Like every single time I fight that stuff. And well, with the exception of the 20 that I said I'm still waiting on, but other than that, I've won every single thing. And I'm in the hundreds of videos that I've won. So 20 that I haven't won, that's not that bad. Anyone run CS, what is that? CSST gas pipe? I don't believe I've ever heard of CSST gas pipe. I don't know what that would be. What would you be running CSST gas pipe for? For water? Oh. Hmm. Is that the kind of stuff where it's like plastic encoded, but it's like metal, like aluminum or whatever? Say aluminum? No, but flexible gas pipe. But no, is that the one where it's like ribbed, but it's like, rib, no rib, rib, no rib, rib, and then it's coated in plastic so you can actually like bend it around and everything and not need a pipe bender? If that's the case, I haven't used it, but I've seen it used and it works good. Especially when you have the fittings that are already attached on them. Yeah, that stuff. If they already have the fittings on there, then yeah, that stuff works good. Especially because it's flexible and you don't need a pipe bender. You can actually flex it, and yeah, and the best part, you don't need like fittings or anything. You just screw it right on. You get the correct adapter and you just screw it right on, and bang, it works. They come with the the gasket inside of it. So as long as you crank it down good enough, like not too hard, but not too loose, then yeah, it works good. I've seen that a lot with gas fireplaces around here. Well, actually, I've seen that with a lot of everything. Gas fireplaces, get just gas lines in general. What you doing over there, dog? Some that's a good amount of length. It says his will be around 80 foot long. I mean, at the same time, that's not that far when you're thinking about like at a house and where's your source versus where do you need it. But nah, 80 foot, that's a good long distance. Was that now what 23 and a half yards, something like that, 23 and a half steps. Still, think about burying that thing. You still have to 23 and a half steps. You gotta bury that thing. Not that bad around here. It's all sand. But you get up there like West Virginia or something like that, it's all clay or rock. It's even worse. For you need one of those jackhammers, go out there, bop, 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 bop. Like actually bust up all the ground. Not that far at all. That's how we got our. That's how we had to put our line in, going into our garage. Which way? Just burying it the jackhammer way to like knock out. Oh, ditch digger. Yeah, love me a ditch digger. We had to install a brand new water line at this house, and luckily we have. I can't remember. It's something so funny. 1 or 2 inch is our freeze line. So like in a normal winter, like water line that is like 2 inches below the soil will not freeze. So that's our normal. But we did it like I forget, like 30, no, 24 inches, 30 inches, something like that. We went above and beyond with the ditch digger, and we actually had to do it all the way down to the concrete main driveway, and then we had to like take PVC pipe with. I took a garbage can, filled it up with water, and then put a sump pump in there. Attached the sump pump to a piece of pipe, like 2 inch pipe, I believe, and washed out under the concrete so that we got all the way to the other side. Dug down on the other side, found the pipe, and then we actually put the water line 3/4 inch through the pipe and continued on with our um, water line all the way up to the main uh, the water meter, and that was quite the feat. That was a lot of fun. I wish I would have been into YouTube back then because that would have been a fun video. Look, man, you just got back. Your dog wants to go out again.
Neighbors just came home. He's saying hi to him. Installing 150,000 BTU Modine heater in garage / greenhouse.
Yeah, with the flexible gas pipe.
Mhm.
That stuff that's like, where it's like rib, no rib, rib, no rib, rib, no rib, and it's coated in plastic kind of stuff. Yeah, it's about 80 feet to get to the greenhouse too. But he's using a ditch digger, which I was talking about. Yeah, we had to put a new water line here.
Yep.
That was so much fun. The hardest part was unwinding the water line. It was hilarious. We had like, no, it wasn't 100 feet. No, I think it was 300 feet. It was 100 yards, I believe, straight line from the my water box to the water meter. Well, actually, like almost to it. Hit the concrete driveway, like I'm talking about. Go through the pipe, and then like make a curve and go towards the water line or the water meter. But no, we had it all set up, and we actually had like 12 feet extra or something like that. We were all excited, like one line, because we had so many breaks in the other line because it came all the way down. Like it went out of its way. It didn't go straight line to it. It went all the way down the concrete driveway, went across, and then went right under the actual driveway, which is sand. So every time it rains and you drive on it, there's rocks. The rocks press into the water line. Now you get a water leak. We had so many water leaks that I replaced. Oh, I can't even tell you how many uh, leaks that I actually replaced. At least 10 or 12. And so we thought, nah, we're not going to do that. We want one shot. So we did it. And we're like, we got enough room. We got enough line. We got enough everything. We're going to do this. We actually started doing it. And because we were careless with unraveling the whole thing, we kinked the line. I ended up having to cut the pipe and put in a couple couplers.
Okay, so what was your question, Alex? And Alex says, just looking for input on how good is black pipe would be hard to run, or be too hard to run. Yeah, if you're talking cast iron stuff, and go flexible.
Nice. If I said Alex said the ditch digger, I'm sorry, Brian. I meant you.
So yeah, all the pipes here are buried at least 5 feet down.
Oh yeah, same thing in Pittsburgh where my parents live. It's like I think 4 foot freeze line or 5 foot. So the pipes are below that.
Yeah. Yep, frost line here is just right about 5 feet.
Yeah, ours is like 1 or 2 inches. And we're on sand.
Yeah. So Alex says, got a drone for making YouTube videos when I build my greenhouse.
Well, I got a
Oh,
question.
cool.
Alex said just looking for input on how good it is. Black pipe would be hard to run.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The hard regular gas lines, the big
Or are you
black
talking
pipes.
about water pipe? I believe,
I
yeah,
thought
Brian was
we've been
talking
talking
about
about
the
gas pipes.
no, Brian was talking about the gas pipe. Yeah. Or wait.
Oh, Brian says it's not that bad. Have some help to keep it from kinking. Put it in the ground and cover as you go to help keep it in the ditch.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. And especially if it's in a roll, you just start where you want it to and just back it off. And as it goes into the hole, start burying it. You know, our problem was we did that, but then when it got down to where we were going into under the concrete, where we're going into the pipe, then we had all the excess. And because people were impatient, I'm not going to say who, but other people were impatient and pulling the pipe, and because it was still rolled, it just collapsed the pipe, and then I had to cut it and put a junction in. Wasn't happy about that. I really wanted a one piece water line. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I asked if he was getting the flexible. The black pipe is a little hard or harder. Yeah, it's better on the spool.
Mine wasn't on a spool. It was just taped up. It was just put in a circle and then taped up on like, four corner kind of thing. But and it was, well, mine wasn't gas line either. It was that water pipe, but it was black and nah, worked okay. Just don't be impatient. It always bugs me when you have impatient people trying to, help. And they're like, "Oh, I'll help you," and they just start yanking things and everything. Ugh, it always drives me nuts.
Hmm. So you don't have anything hot to eat tonight?
Nope. Really convenient how that happens.
Yeah. At least in your video today, you didn't say anything about harvesting.
Uh, yeah, no, I didn't. I don't know if there's anything to harvest, to be perfectly honest. It could be. I don't know. I might have to JT it and like cut some plants and bring them in and hang them upside down in the warmth.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. I might have to do a special video tomorrow.
Yeah. Brian says, well, yeah, same, just cover as you go, 5, 10 feet at a time. Alex says, thank you. Paula says, wish hashtag pray for Dave a happy anniversary next time you see him. Brian says, yes, he does. I saw his video. He had some ready. Uh oh.
No, you
Uh
didn't.
oh. Uh
You didn't
oh.
see nothing.
Uh oh. And Brian's laughing, so it must be true.
Nope. I have no clue what he's talking about.
I seem to recall you grabbing one and saying, look at the size of this big pepper.
No, that was the yellow maruga. But no, I remember saying this is a sugar rush peach, and that was way too ripe. Why didn't I pick this earlier? But no, that was already soft.
Ah. Well, I don't have anything here hot to eat today either.
I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with the small amount of peppers that I actually have. And I think I've come to a consensus that I'm just going to go ahead and dehydrate every single one of them, just grind them up into a powder and mix them all together. So, like Sugar Rush, Yellow Trini, Daisy Cutter, White Devil's Tongue. What else do I have there? Scotch Bonnet, Peach Ghost, but just do all of them and just grind them all up and make like one master powder and just call it like the 2017 hot blend or something.
Hmm. Because all the pods that I got from Dave in that box, I dehydrated all of those and I mixed them all together, but I only crushed them down into flakes. So I did pretty much the same thing.
Well, I don't want to do flakes. I want to do like powder. I wanted to do a sauce, but I don't think I have enough to actually do sauces. Plus, I'm too, well, the end of the season. So I was going to say I'm too impatient to like throw them in the freezer and wait for, a bunch of them. But
Yeah. And Brian says, now you're telling on yourself.
Nope.
And your video keeps freezing on me.
Yeah, I see that. It's pretty weird.
I've been leaving the pepper flakes larger for more experience, cooking experiences with bigger pieces. Brian says, "What was that?" Oh, the boat.
Yeah, that boat was my buddy's boat, and for that picture, he was like, "Hey, you want to drive it?" And I'm like, "No, no, I don't want to drive your boat." And he's like, "Come on, man, I'll take a picture of you." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, maybe I will." And I hopped in the driver's seat just for a second. He took my picture, and that's where that picture came from. And then later he sold that boat, but it was like a 32-foot catamaran sailboat that he lived on.
And here we all this time I've been thinking it was your boat.
Heck no. A boat is an acronym for bring on another thousand. I don't have a
Yep.
thousand.
We're bringing out another 1,000.
This guy, before the housing market bubble, and especially around here where house prices are really high, he bought a house for like, I don't know, 40 grand, 50 grand, something like that. The housing bubble popped and he sold his house for like 350, 400 grand, something like that. Bought a Nissan 350Z and that 32-foot boat and lived on the boat.
Huh. Yeah, there's a place about 100 miles from here. It's a big cove that they have air bubblers under, and people live on houseboats in this scrapey huge area year round up there. They keep these bubblers going so that the cove doesn't freeze over.
That works in aquaponics and hydroponics too.
Yep. Too bad your plants are dead by then, but that's beside the point. So your video is still frozen. Brian says, I did an experiment last night, used some of Dave's Crimson Blaze on some ranch Doritos. The ranch did not help any, and, and I used a little too much. Lesson learned. Yeah, I know where that's coming from. I did some of uh, King's Rush, is it? Or what is it? Yeah, King Spice um, on Doritos, regular Doritos. Yeah, did that on here, I believe. That was pretty good. So now my question is, am I the only one here? And is anybody seeing me? Or did we freeze? Well, it looks like the video is still going. Okay, it only freezes up when Rev talks. Yeah, my screen has been frozen for quite some time and haven't heard him lately. Maybe he walked away. Yeah, I'm good. Cool. Thanks, Brian. Uh yeah, I like hot peppers and hot powders in moderation. I like to get a good burn going on, but nothing so painful. This is just strange looking at his frozen picture. I thought I heard some noise like he was about to talk.
Yeah, my video is still not back. What the heck?
Nope, you're still not back. Yeah, I can see my picture in the a small corner of it, and it's only showing me, not you.
Hmm.
Let's see. BD, what's up, everyone? I'm late. I was on the phone with Amazon since they messed up my order. Okay, you're back again. Hey, BD.
All right, there we go.
Yep,
So it's working.
it's working now.
Wait, all I did was hide myself from the broadcast. These are tips, by the way. That's why I'm throwing these out there. I hid myself from the broadcast, which is one of the options. If you go down to yourself on the bottom corner, click on the little tab on the top right, hide yourself from broadcast, and then unhide yourself from broadcast. But your microphone is muted. So in case anybody's going live and that happens, apparently that works. So
Huh, good to know. Paula says, we got 10 likes. Someone has to eat something.
sweet. So does
It's
that
all
mean
you. It's
Paula?
all you.
Yeah, does that mean Paula's hopping on here? She's gonna be
Oh,
live with us.
okay. We
That's
got room for her.
great.
And Brian says, I like the Crimson Blaze better than I like the WV Sunrise. I haven't tried either of them, but I hear the Crimson Blaze is pretty warm.
I thought you tried the Crimson Blaze.
No, I have the Nate's Rush and the King Space. Paula
Uh,
says, I got nothing.
that's a good excuse for not coming on.
But you know
But
that,
you could come on without anything.
or if we take and look at one of her more recent videos, she was talking about how she made all of that pepper powder, that nice big jar of it. The whole
Uh,
dehydration and grinding of it and using the funnel to get it in the bottle and it fitting just perfect. That was her
ma-
own
magic
private
bullet and
supply.
everything.
Yeah, see, she's got that sitting around. See what happens when we put our lives out there on YouTube and other people come and watch?
Oh, but that being said, I mean, I got nothing.
Uh-huh. I saw that realization of what you were saying as you were saying it and then change it to I got nothing.
I do not
Uh-huh.
have red Trini powder. I do not have ahi pineapple powder. I do not have Bahamian ghost or Bahamian goat powder. I do not have.
MOA Scotch bonnet powder. Brian says it's hot. Trust me on this. I haven't tried the chocolate caramel yet. A little worried with the word chocolate. And yeah, he has a lot of powder and pods.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the chocolate. I don't know. There's a bunch of misconceptions with the chocolate part. Like I don't like it. They tend to be bitter. That's my personal preference, but I mean, Dave likes the chocolates, and I I don't want to speak for him, but I believe Brando does not have a problem. Well, I don't think Brando has a problem with any pod, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a problem with the chocolate anything. But at the same time, he kind of likes them too. But personally, I don't. I kind of don't like them. I'd try it though, but I don't know. They just tend to be bitter. Kind of weird.
There's just something about eating a brown pepper. Red, green, yellow.
No, I
Uh,
don't mind that. That's fine. But I don't know. Again, maybe hey, I'll chalk it up to maybe it's something psychological because I don't like chocolate. So I'm one of those weird people that I don't like chocolate. So maybe in my mind, I'm like, well, I don't like chocolate. I'm not going to like a chocolate habanero or a chocolate ghost or whatever. But I don't think that's what it is. But I mean, I'm willing to say that that could be one of the things that it is. But that being said, I don't know. They always tend to be a little bitter. But I never tried the chocolate brain strain. I grew them last year, and Troll kept messaging me about like, wow, this is some great looking pods. So I'll be perfectly honest. I dried them all out. I sent all of my seeds up to Troll. I was like, oh yeah, they seem cool. You should grow them. And I sent them up to him. So, but I'm pretty sure he got a few of them going. But I think it might have been fungus gnats that took them out. It was something that took them out earlier. But he
Oh,
said he's going to try again.
did you try that powder of his? Brian, which powder of who's his? BD says King likes chocolate scotch bonnets too. So there.
Brian's
That's so
probably
there is
asked.
mine.
Probably Brian's probably asking you about the Nate's Rush and the Kang, whatever the what was it? Kang. What was the other powder that Dave sent you? The Kang something.
King Spice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've tried both of them. I did it on camera. There's a
yeah.
video up about it.
With
And
Devin.
I've also gone through it about a quarter of the bottle already. I'm down to, okay, maybe a fifth of the bottle. I'm down to here already. And this one's down about as far too. Notice they're sitting right on my desk. That tells you how often I use them. They don't even go in the cupboard.
So I guess that question wasn't to you. That question was to me about the chocolate caramel, which I believe is Dave's powder. No, I didn't try that. I've tried the chocolate habanero, the chocolate, and I'm talking about fresh pods, but what was it chocolate habanero? I did 2 chocolate pods. And that's where I kind of determined, like, I'm not into the chocolate pods. I did not do the chocolate brain strain, even though I grew that. What was the other one? It was over there on the other side. No, chocolate habanero. Wow, I'm trying to go through every single pepper plant that I grew last year. Oh,
I
there you
couldn't
go.
do it.
Yeah, you want to play mental games. Try to go through every single pepper that you planted last year and exactly in the same spot.
No. Paula says, saw a video where someone tasted 4 cakes blindfolded and said they all tasted the same, then tasted the same 4 cakes unblindfolded and thought they tasted different because they had different colored frosting. The cakes were all the same, just had different colored frosting, but they thought they tasted different when they could see the colors. Chocolate scorpion? That the
Nah,
chocolate scorpion's from BD.
yeah, I didn't have a chocolate scorpion.
Chocolate scotch bonnet?
Nope. My first Scotch
Chocolate
bonnet.
bootla?
My first Scotch bonnet was this year with Troll.
Chocolate bootla?
Nope. No. Heck no. That's really hot. I would
Yeah, I have
remember
a
that.
couple of those growing. I don't know why I'm growing the
Wasn't
undis-
chocolate?
unconfirmed hotter, one of the hottest peppers.
The Bootla? Yeah, in
Yeah,
general.
chocolate bootla.
Well, Bootla in general.
Yeah,
Because that's a Dougla and a Ghost. Which I grew the Dougla last year. And I tried that one on camera. Ooh.
so my
Actually,
little
that was the one I did for shout out to Crazy Kimberlin. Crazy Kimberlin Opinions. I did a shout out video for him with the the Butch T cross with Dougla. I did that pod.
no thanks, I'll pass.
Oh, it was fun. And the best part was I did a shout out for him. I'm like, yeah, buddy, like everybody should go check out your channel. And it was like 8 months later, I got a message from him or a comment on that video going, "Oh my God, I had no clue that you did this video, man. Thanks so much."
Well, at least you got recognition a little late.
Eh, better late than never. That's another guy I want to get on here.
That could be interesting.
Oh, heck yeah. You better have a tall boy when he comes on. It cracks
Ugh.
me up.
I seen there were a couple types of bootleg, the SM and the DM, says BD. What's SM and what's DM? I don't know those two. Okay. Ryan says, I see that a lot on Good Mythical Morning with those guys tasting stuff blindfolded, where they couldn't tell the difference between grape and orange popsicles. Yeah, I saw that too. One of my favorite episodes from them is when they had the placebo pills that they would take in
I
for
love
the
that.
peppers.
Brando sent that to me. I had no clue they did that, even though I'm subscribed to them. And that was hilarious. It was what was the what was the name of the pills? They were like capsicum gone or something, or
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, it was so great. Where they're like, yeah, you take this and you let it melt in your mouth and coat your mouth, and then the pepper doesn't affect your mouth, and you can't feel the burn in your mouth, which is so funny because that's the least worry that you have. Like I don't care how bad a pepper is. The mouth burn is not your worry. Like if you can't take the mouth burn, then you do not want to know what's coming up next because that's much worse. But no, I love that one, man. That was so great. But my all-time favorites were the first time they tried the ghost pepper, and the next time they tried the Reaper. Those were my two favorite Good Mythical Morning, especially the Reaper. That was so great. It looked like they were tripping on acid or something. Like,
Yeah, of it dancing around.
yeah, Rhett's back there like punching the wall with guitars on it and stuff, and yelling. Oh, it was so much fun.
Well, adrenaline affects so many people in so many different ways. Me, I just want to move. And if I can't move, I start shaking if it's bad enough.
Uh,
I don't deal with adrenaline well.
I I don't really want to move so much, but I definitely do not want to sit still. I want to like tap my arms or I want to like, tap my leg or, something like that. But I don't need to like get up and walk around or anything like that. But at the same time, I don't get hiccups. So I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
I don't recall if I've ever gotten hiccups from something hot yet. I take that back. Um, yeah, when I was first, the crushed red pepper, I accidentally dumped a little too much of that on a piece of pizza once and got the hiccups. This was
I've
back when
never,
I was just experimenting with peppers.
I've never gotten the hiccups ever. I mean, I don't I don't know if you watched all of my pepper reviews that I was doing last year. I did the Peach Ghost. I did the Ghost. I did Butch T cross with Dougla. I did the MA War Tricks. I did. I can't remember all the different ones I did, but the last one I did was the Brazilian Brain Strain. That one actually made me throw up. I never got the hiccups at all. Out of any of those peppers, not one time did I get the hiccups. So I don't get it. I will get like what I'll call the burp ups. It's kind of like you like burp and it's kind of like a hiccup at the same time, but it's like a one time thing. It's not like a hiccup, 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 like, how normal people will have the hiccups and it's like, 15 in a row kind of thing. Mine would be like one time, and it's kind of like a cross between a burp. I don't know. It's kind of like a burp, but at the same time, I don't know if like me resisting it being a burp turns it into a hiccup kind of sound, or I don't know what it is, but that's the worst I ever get or got.
Brian says, yes, it is. 2 years ago, I ate a habanero for the first time, and the after effects was way worse.
Oh
And that
yeah.
was only a habanero. See,
Oh yeah,
I don't.
like I said, the after effect, it's way worse than eating it. Like if you could actually just eat the pepper and then force yourself to throw up, that's probably, if you don't want to take it, that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, because I've never eaten anything so hot that I've gotten cap cramps from it. And if you talk
Oh,
about a
you
burn
haven't
in, burn out, I don't. I've never had a burnout.
you haven't lived then.
So
You
I
definitely got
people
to do
talk
that.
about
You got to eat
that,
a
and
red tranny.
I've never had that. So
You got to eat a red tranny next time you got one right.
I've eaten pieces of them, but still, I can eat a great big huge bowl of popcorn with Scotch bonnet powder on it, and be sweating and tears and everything else, and it's a burn in, no burn out. I make this hamburger stuff. That's what I call it, hamburger stuff, and I put way too much scorpion powder in it. So from the first forkful to the last, your face is just red and eyes are watering. I've never had a burnout from that too. So people keep talking about it, and I'm like, you guys are pulling my leg because I've never had that.
No, you just need some more. I got it. My norm was like jalapeno. Like I could handle jalapenos. Sometimes it was almost too hot for me, and I jumped to habanero. And I remember a couple times I would eat habanero salsa like the day before, and the next day I'd be at work, and there was times where I'm like, "Hey, yo, cover me. I gotta go," and I just like run out of the room and go to the bathroom. But nah, I mean it wasn't that often. But that being said, you go a little higher than that, and I didn't get any heat whatsoever from that stuff after I went a little higher. Dave sent me Allegheny City Farms hot sauce. I put that on all kind of stuff. I didn't taste any kind of habanero heat in anything. I mean, that being said, it could have been just weak habaneros or, something like that. It was fresh habanero salsa. So it could have been weak or whatever. But I never had any kind of sense of heat whatsoever in that stuff. But you get up there nice and hot, you will get the cramps. It's a
Yeah, but see, when
crazy
it's when
stuff.
I have something that's up there nice and hot, I dry it, grind it, and use less of it. So it's at a heat level that I like.
Oh no, you can't do it like that. You gotta like totally
Yeah, I
go
can.
hog wild. No, you gotta go crazy with it. You gotta be like, how much can I take? And then next thing you know, you're like, oh, that was more than I could take. No, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Because the next day, you're just like, holy cow, like what's going on with my gut? Like I actually enjoy that feeling because when you feel that like going through your gut, it just feels like it is burning out all the garbage that you put into your body and it's just burning it all out. And like, I don't know, it just makes me feel healthy. It's like, yeah, all that garbage is getting out of there. We're about to be good and healthy.
Uh, see, anytime I'm gonna eat something hot, unless it's the food that I'm eating, I eat a bunch beforehand. So I always have something in my stomach, and then I eat it, and then for a while afterward, I drink a whole lot. So I got water that's mixing through with it while it's still digesting, so it's diluting it out.
Oh, yeah, I'm horrible at that. because I usually, I don't know. I was trying to think to like, what is my most amount per day? No, it's probably still like maybe one, maybe two times a day I eat. And I don't eat that much. But whenever I do eat, I usually like to eat it with some hot stuff. So
Yeah,
I never like, I'm always on an empty stomach when I'm eating hot stuff. So maybe that's my downfall. But well, I don't know. I say that, but Dave, I'm sure Dave like totally eats, good before he actually eats a pepper and stuff, and he gets cramps and stuff.
yeah. Well, that one time he had a pepper on here, he didn't eat for like 3, 4 hours beforehand, and that
That
one
was
dealt.
my down Yeah, that was my downfall with the Brazilian. I ate really good. I ate like a big meal. I can't remember for sure, but I think that was one of the nights where I made like pork loin with sauerkraut and mashed potatoes, and I ate a whole pile of stuff, and I ate a lot of it. And it was like 4 or 5 hours before I actually ate the pepper, and then it was like, I probably should have ate again,
Yep.
but I didn't. But ugh.
BD says I have the Tostitos habanero and chipotle salsas. They are pretty good, but not hot. I added my own fermented hot sauce to it too. Well, see, I like Frank's hot sauce on stuff, but I can't taste any heat, so I add ahi lemon drop powder to the bottles just to give it a little extra oomph. Somebody challenged me, you know, that thinks that Frank's hot sauce is hot and said, bet you can't drink a quarter cup of it in one shot.
What?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah, that was good. Isn't your mouth burning? No, it's a little tingly, but not burning by
Oh,
any means.
no, man. Susan could totally do that.
Yeah, unfortunately now she says she's heading to bed. Good night, all.
No, that's Paula. Oh, see, now we're seeing the screw
Oh,
up
that
here.
is Paula. Yep, I got
Yeah,
the two mixed.
you're screwing me up here. That's
I got mixed up. I got mixed up.
what's
My fault. Paula, good night. Have a at least she thinks it's funny too.
You almost had me starting to scroll back, like where was Susan?
No, that one I messed up. I admit it.
Yeah, Susan is MIA. I don't know where she is.
Yep, she hasn't been commenting on anything for quite a while.
Which by the way,
I'm here,
Susan.
laughing out loud.
Oh, sweet. Well, I wanted to say, like, by the way, Susan said Wednesday is the better day for me, and that's when I like to join in. That's why we've had Monday, which is good for Dave, and Wednesday, which is good for Susan. Just throwing that out there.
BD, yes, the lemon drop powder is has got a citrusy undertone to it. And Susan says, "Heard my name, haha."
Of course, we talk about you every live stream. That's the funniest part. You're just not here to hear it every time.
Yeah,
Sometimes
not here enough to hear every word of it.
we're
Mind you,
always
it's all good.
Yeah, we're always like, have you ever been to the Pepper Lovers community? Have you ever we never say, have you ever run into the mod because that would be kind of bad, but no. Have you ever seen that awesome lady named Susan Garza that pops up in like at least half of every post? I know her. She's cool. She'll be on here next video.
BD, where are you located at? U.S., Canada,
Malaysia,
South Africa,
Niger,
Russia,
Moldova, Ukraine,
uh, Kathmandu. Anyway,
Siberia. Hey, if you are in Ukraine, Moldova, Russia, Privyet.
South Florida, a whole lot closer.
Oh, South Florida. I'm so Oh, I was about to say jealous. I don't know. You got gators, so maybe I'm not that jealous, but I'm jealous of the heat.
The warmth would be good, yeah. And Susan says, Rob is tired. You're right, I am. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's
Didn't get much sleep last night.
11:41 there.
Yep.
Come on, I should be more tired. You should say that about me. It's 12:41 here.
Yeah, but I had to get up early this morning.
Yeah, and big sharks.
Yeah, big sharks. Don't like big sharks.
Yeah, but if you don't go by the ocean, you don't have to worry about them. But if you go by any body of water, you got to be worried about a gator just jumping out, like grabbing your leg or your dog or something. I'm not,
No
not very
thanks.
cool with that.
The few stories you hear about gators crawling into somebody's or walking into somebody's pool to cool off.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'd rather have that than be walking by a pond and having a gator pop out. No, if they're in your pool, you can see them.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just sucks if you have a vinyl liner pool and they're like clawing to try to get their way out and just claw, the whole side of your pool.
Yeah, I
But you're not
didn't
going to
think
have
about that.
sharks just wander into your pool. Those things stay where they should be, out in the ocean.
Susan says, been slacking lately though. Busy time of year. Yeah, I agree.
I don't really have a lot of things to do, but this time of year has been really busy for me too. And I'm not talking like Christmas shopping or anything like that. I'm just talking like just normal things, trying to get, everything done. Yeah, same with me, Susan.
Yeah, I haven't posted much lately either.
Nope. Been lazying out. But I will go and like just scroll through and see what people are talking about.
The
I
arrow
try.
gardens sure are seeming really popular the last week or so, 2 weeks.
Who's that?
The arrow gardens,
Oh
have you
yeah.
not
No,
seen
that's
people
always
talking about them?
popular. Yeah, that's always popular.
It just seems like it's much more lately since the weather started changing and people are starting about talking new stuff for
Yep.
next year, and arrow gardens keep coming up. I guess I wouldn't mind one, but Pak Choi gets so big.
I I mind paying that much for one. I would much rather buy a tote, buy a light, buy a pump, buy the sprayers and make it myself.
Ouch. Susan says, I was surfing in Florida and a 7 or 8 foot shark swam by me. Crazy. Oh, Alberta Pepper's here. I'm here. Better late than never, eh? Yep. Better late than never. That's Alex, right? Yeah. BD says, yeah, somewhere on sale for $59 in a big combo pack for the Arrow Gardens.
7 or 8 foot shark swimming by.
That depends on what type of shark it is, too.
Nah, I don't care. That just bugs me out. Like I was in a boat, like it was only it wasn't a 16 foot. They call it a 16-foot Carolina skiff, but it was like a 15.5, so you don't have to follow the 16-foot rules. But we were in that, and dolphins were around me, and I felt kind of weirded out. And I know dolphins aren't gonna like, harm me or anything like that, but I just kept thinking like, look at the size of them. They're huge. Like if they felt like messing me up, they totally could do that. So I can't imagine a shark, which is, one of those like reptilian, I don't care, I have no emotions, fight or flight type reactions. I can't imagine being around one of those things with just a little like board between me and the water and that. Ugh, that freaks me out. Not enough where I wouldn't go in the water, but enough where when I'm in the water, that would freak me out.
Flats or John boats?
It was a Carolina skiff, so it was flat bottom. But like I said, it was only 15 foot 6 inches. They call it a 16 foot, but that got us into many arguments with law enforcement when we were out there like launching or pulling it back out. And they're like, oh, why don't you have blah, blah, blah? Because I believe below 16 foot, you got to have a whistle. Above, you have to have an air horn. Below, you have to have life jackets. Above, you have to have life jackets and throwable life preservers. And like, there's this big discrepancy. And we'd get into it with all of the law enforcement. And it was my brother-in-law's boat. He's like, dude, take a tape measure it. It's only 15 foot 6 inches. They made it 6 inches smaller on purpose so that you can't say that it's 16 foot. But that being said, we had so much fun with that. We'd have high winds and we would have like, big waves going in the sound. So it's not out on the ocean, but it's in the sound inland. And we would have big, like 4 or 5 foot waves, and he would put the boat like a surfboard, and he would get up on the top and just ride the wave and like ride the wave down and everything, get into the trough and like pop right back up and like jump the wave and everything. It was so much fun.
BD says, here they want you to have a fresh and saltwater license onshore and offshore.
Yeah, they do that here too. It is so absolutely crazy. Before there was no such thing as a saltwater license, just freshwater. So everything they could regulate, they could actually regulate. But then they were like, oh, yeah, we can make more money if we make them get a saltwater license. So even if you're not going out deep sea fishing, if you're standing on the beach throwing a line out, now you have to have a saltwater license. And that's such a pain in the butt. I get it if you're going deep sea fishing and you're pulling in like a 200-pound tuna or, whatever. But offshore, I mean, what are you going to get? Like a, 8-pound tilapia or, 8-pound or, 6-pound flounder.
Ah, 10 minutes too. Reminder.
Now 11 minutes still. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's going to come any second now.
That's what I'm a doing. As long as I watch, it's not going to change.
There it is.
Nope,
Oh, you
mine
talk
hasn't.
about watch pot doesn't boil?
Yeah,
Nope.
mine
There we go.
hasn't changed yet.
10-2.
It's 10 minutes too. Oh,
Well, if it
yeah.
being 10 minutes till, make sure you get ready for Monday because that is going to be a fun video, a fun live stream.
And notice again, he hasn't told me what's going on yet.
Nope. It is apparently me and Rob and Dave, as usual, on a Monday because Dave said he wasn't going to make it here, but he is going to make it here. So that is awesome. As well as another special guest and another one that I'm trying to get to come on, but they haven't said yes. So I'm going to beg them a bunch of times while we're done with this video and see if they will come on. But there is a seed giveaway. I don't want to say for sure, but that's what they were telling me. They want to have a seed giveaway on Monday, and it's going to be trivia question style. So that alone, I'm excited for. I want to be answering the trivia questions. If I win, I just want to hey, re-giveaway.
BD says, how cold is it up there? It says 46 here. I just checked my phone. It says ambient temperature is 20. Wind chill is down at 13 right now.
We just gained 3 degrees. It's now 38 degrees here. Sweet. Real feel 39. High of 37. Low of 35. What the heck is that? Why do they do that? How is it 38, but the high is 37? I woke up this morning. It said low of 36. The temperature right now, 30. Like, what are you talking about? How can it be low of 36, but it's 30? Can't do that. Just make the low 30 and we'll just call it even.
Yeah. Well, Alex says 12 here. Alberta Pepper says 0, so that's 32.
Yeah, well, Alex got him beat. Unless Alex is talking about Celsius. I don't think he is.
I think he's talking Fahrenheit too.
Yeah. But no, actually,
I'm not the coldest place now.
What did I say? 38?
I think that's what you said.
Yeah, let me check my thermometer.
And there goes the little lady following right behind him again. Yeah, Alex says 12F.
I got 45 here. Yeah, it says 45.
Yeah, but where's Oh, Alex says 8 inches of snow today. We didn't get any snow today. In fact, we got snow melting. It got up to 35 here today.
With the exception of the peppers dying, I think I would totally love 8 inches of snow. I mean, only for like 2 or 3 days, but. And if that happens, I will totally have hey, YouTube, you love all of my ATV riding on my quad videos. I can tell by how many views that I got on there. And I will definitely have one of those videos coming out for you if we get snow.
And BD says there's big meteor shower tonight too. Brian said 36 here, feels like 27, and it's snowing.
Ouch.
It's not snowing here for once. There was one year where it snowed off and on for like almost 2 weeks straight.
If we had the temperatures that we had the last couple days with the rain that we had like 3 or 4 days prior to that, we would have had even with non-freezing temperatures, I'm willing to bet that we would have had like a good foot of snow. I mean, we had a lot of rain. And if we would have had colder temperatures, at least the upper atmosphere would have been colder. And with the rain coming down, it would have turned to snow. And, it would have at least. Oh, come on, Susan. That's just rubbing it in.
55 here, she says.
It's just rubbing it in. I want 55. I want that to be my low.
I went and sit outside with Murphy with just my little sweater on and 20 degrees.
Yeah, that doesn't really work. Because when it's like 50 degrees, I'll have like sweatshirts on and like 3 shirts and like a sweatshirt and, a jacket and like long johns and, all that stuff. And it's still cold.
Oh, Susan says the same thing, and I went outside and was cold.
I know, exactly.
In the springtime, when it hits 30 degrees, 35 degrees, snow all over the place, but first 35-degree weather, there's people running around in shorts and tank tops or shorts and t-shirts. even though there's snow on the ground because it gets so cold. I mean, just ask Alex. I bet it's the same way up there.
Well, down here, it said on my phone, it said 30 degrees, and my thermometer said it was like 40 degrees or something like that. I went to the grocery store. Guy hops out of his car wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Like I'm there, I got jeans on, I got a sweatshirt on, over top of like two shirts. I mean, obviously, I'm not wearing shoes and I don't have socks on, but I mean, that was happening. But this dude hops out. He was wearing shoes, but he had shorts and a t-shirt. He also was a bigger guy, so I'm sure his body heat was running a lot hotter than mine, but still,
Yeah, well, Adam from the video, it'll be 10 degrees outside, and he'll come in wearing shorts and a t-shirt and maybe a windbreaker.
it's insane.
Alex says I shoveled my driveway today just in my t-shirt. Well, hopefully t-shirt and jeans and shoes of some sort. Haha, joke, joke.
What are shoes?
Those flip-flop things that cover all the way over the feet and just instead of just the bottom.
I went to the store yesterday and the lady at the register was like, "What the heck? Aren't you cold? Why don't you have shoes on?" And I'm like, "I haven't worn shoes since like last year. Or wait, no, earlier this year. No, wait. No, I haven't worn shoes this entire year. Like I wore them to work, but I didn't wear them like outside in the weather. I wore flip-flops the entire time. Last year, I got a video last year, like January or something like that. Or no, I think I was January the year before. I went running outside in my bare feet in the snow.
Alex says pants are optional. But anyway, time to close this up.
Why? Because Alex said pants are optional.
No,
You're
because
afraid
it's coming
everybody's
up
going to be
on.
like, "Oh, well, if they're optional, might as well throw them off."
Oh, the sign says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Doesn't say anything about pants. Pants are optional.
I thought that was included. I thought that was included in there. No pants, no shirt,
Nope.
no.
It says no shirt, no shoes, no service.
I thought it was no pants, no
Nope.
shirt, no shoes, no. Or wait, no, it wasn't no service.
Nope. Pants are optional. All right.
Come here, Pit. Pit.
What are your closing words for this evening?
No, lay down.
Thanks to everybody who's been watching. It's been fun chatting with y'all again.
Yeah, look
Oh,
at this.
sorry,
Look at the
with
pit bull.
all of you again. Y'all.
The pit bull loves you.
He says, Daddy, you had to get me on camera again, didn't you?
Don't forget to throw a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to throw a thumbs down below. I don't care what you do. Do something. Make sure you know that you were heard. Because that's very important in this day and age. You gotta be heard. According to Twitter, it's very important to people.
Because Charles did a thumbs up before we even looked to see when we were going to go live.
Oh, that's because Charles is freaking awesome. I love Charles.
Got to have some fun. Monday, there were, 4 before we even started? Or was it 5?
Yeah, and actually, like I said, I love Charles. So make sure you subscribe to Charles, which is I'm gonna have to scroll a long ways back. And
At the time that he wrote that, it's probably deleted. It only keeps so many lines. But I bet you everybody in the chat right now could tell you or could type in what my YouTube site is. Then again, I forgot there's people that I'm watching later. So Rob Z, ROBB space Z, my YouTube channel, or my main YouTube channel. I have a second one now.
Which give it out.
But nobody asked for it.
I did.
Oh. Yankee Ace 50, all one word, is my second channel, and I do Minecraft videos. I've started doing Minecraft videos. I have 8 up there now.
So if you know what the heck is going on with a Minecraft video, you'll probably like it. Me,
Hopefully.
I am so confused. I have no clue what's going on. It's like bad graphics and like they do things, but they actually make like build things, but it's weird and he's got a pickaxe and I don't get it. He's got a pickaxe, but he doesn't kill anybody. It's not like one of those kind of games. It's really weird.
Well, I kill lots of zombies and creepers and skeletons and witches and
I
husks
totally
and
I
spiders.
totally
And
missed all that.
I'm playing in a single player world, and there's lots of bad guys that come after me. They're called mobs.
Come
All right. Good night, Susan. You said good night, guys. So
later,
wish you a happy
Susan.
night.
Make sure you hop on Monday, Susan. It's going to be a fun time, that one. That's going to be our pre-Merry Christmas episode because we won't be here for Christmas.
Alex is taking off too and says good night. So good night, Alex. Thanks for joining us.
Later on, Alex.
And Paula left already a while ago, so I don't know if anybody else has left.
Yeah, make sure you
But
subscribe
I
to
think she's
Paula.
working.
Gapy's Grub. Use
Yep.
Gapy's Grub on YouTube, on G Plus. Jeep and Jesse. I know that's her one of her other channels. What the heck's the other one? I think it's I'm gonna be wrong about this, but Paula Thomas Photography. I don't know.
Something
Just
like that.
Google Paula Thomas Photography.
Yeah, you can track her down that way.
And if you want to
Uh,
track down Susan, all you got to do is hop on the Pepper Lovers community and make a bad post, and she will totally delete your post. That's what she does.
and find
No,
you.
I don't know if she actually does that. I don't know. I don't know if she ever actually deleted any posts or anything. But she is the moderator over there, and she is awesome. And I kiss her butt constantly because I don't want my posts being deleted. But
Yeah.
but that being said, I don't put up anything offensive or anything like that. But and that being said, I always kiss her butt because she's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Brian,
truth be told, I only kiss her butt because I want her on the live stream. So I feel like if I keep doing it, maybe she will actually hop on. But maybe she won't. And I think she kind of likes it when I'm kissing her. But wait, that sounded weird.
yeah, that
Sorry,
sounded weird.
I didn't mean that.
When you're
Kissing her
playing a
butt.
kiss up.
Yeah, just kissing up. There we go. But
Yep.
yeah,
And Brian says, have a good week and weekend. See you next Monday. Good night, everyone. Night, Brian. Same to you.
night, Brian. Might be live
See you Monday.
sometime between now and Monday. I don't know. I said that last week and I didn't follow through, but I also had to go babysit some young nieces and nephews who blew my mind. 10-year-old knew how to make dinner. Yeah. You come across that very much often? Went over there and she was like, "Oh, I'm hungry." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to have to cook her dinner." And she just literally made herself dinner. Blew my mind. So, I mean, she wasn't like grilling steak or anything. She cooked pasta, but still, 10 years old,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
BD, BD says, see everyone on Monday. Yep. See ya, BD.
Yeah,
Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your week and the weekend.
could be on my. I might go live sometime between now and Monday. I keep saying that, but I actually might do it. especially because we're coming up on Christmas like a week from Monday. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to go live on Christmas night. But wait, yeah, no, probably not.
I
But
know.
well, no, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Dave is not going to go live. I was thinking about myself, but I was thinking like might be back here, or we might be like bored kind of thing. But nah, I'm probably not going to do it Christmas.
Yeah, no.
Maybe the day after or something like that. But no, I'm gonna try to do it before Christmas. So just throw something up there. But I don't know. You'll have to subscribe to find that out, which I'm sure if you're watching it, you are subscribed. So thank you so much for subscribing. Make sure you subscribe to Rob Z. That's ROBB space Z. He's on the YouTube. He told you where his Minecraft venture YouTube channel is. Make sure you go check that out. Dave, grown at home in WV. Make sure you subscribe to that guy. He's crazy. And he will be here with us on Monday with our special guest that still hasn't been announced. And possibly a second special guest, which actually, Susan, I'm going to recruit you to get me or help me to get the second guest to actually come on here. So I'll get up with you like tomorrow or the next day or something like that, because see if I can get your influence to help me out a little bit on that. But we will have a special guest. Apparently, according to what he said, I don't want to say for definite, but he said he will be here on Monday with a seed giveaway. So that will be awesome. You want to hang out and check out what's going on. Got a pit bull over here. She's very happy and sleep and moany. But oh yeah, and Susan, if you talk to Sandy, let her know that we'll be going live on Monday. Hopefully, she can come by and hang out. I'll try to get up with her, but I don't want to put it on you. But if you talk to her, just throw a bug in her ear, and if I remember, I will go ahead and try to talk to her too. Am I missing anything else? Uh, uh,
Troll Forge.
oh yeah, Troll Forge hasn't been able to come up with us for the last couple weeks because his wife has been doing things in his not his man cave. What is it like the den or whatever? And but she's doing things he can't be loud, so he hasn't joined. So he will join us soon. But that's youtube.com/trollforge TROLLFORGE Trollforge. Yeah, Dave. No, that's about it. But no, was there anything else? I don't think so. Was there anything else I was supposed to do in an outro? I know I failed on the intro, but I can do it out on the outro.
No, I think we're good. I can't think of anything else that you need to add in or anything else. Except we can say that Susan put up two kissy face smileys and laughing about it. And she's saying, I know who it is. Well, if you know who it is, don't say because I don't know who it is.
He doesn't. I didn't tell him. So if you do know who it is, Susan, like you are above the curve. I literally did not tell Rob yet. Dave knows who it is, but Dave's not here. Oh, was that a Cheech and Chong reference? Dave's not here, man. Come on. That's a classic bit. Dave's not here, man. No, it's Dave. No, Dave's not here, man. It's Dave. Open the door. Anyway, all right. Yeah, that was great. Man, I got a lot of laughs off of that one. Hmm. I have to rethink that kind of thing. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Oh, sweet. It's like 1:11. We went like 11 minutes over, which we were like 10 minutes late. So that means we sweet. See, Brian got it.
It's me, Dave. I got the stuff. Yeah.
Dave, I got the stuff. Dave's not here, man. No, it's me, Dave. Yeah, Dave's not here, man. I haven't seen that in so long. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us and watching and commenting and all that fun stuff. We're gonna, like I said, we're hope maybe going live sometime between now and Monday. But Monday is the big day, so you want to tune in there, especially if you want free seeds. I mean, got a free seed giveaway, and the the male or female that is joining us has some crazy name seeds. So I'm sure you're going to be wanting to get in on that kind of stuff. So, and I believe, don't hold me to it, but initially it was a trivia based type thing. That's got me totally intrigued. So I'm going to research some trivia myself and maybe I can contribute to some of the questions. But if that intrigues you, join us on Monday. Again, that guy over there is, that'd be you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Rob Z?
No, I said he or she, Brian. He or she.
I have no idea.
I should have said they, but
Yeah,
I'm not being gender. Oh, what do they call it?
Pacific.
Yeah, there you go. Gender specific. But anyway, that guy over there on the other side of the screen there, his YouTube channel is yet again, because I want to give him enough shout outs.
Are you
That's
talking
you.
about me again?
Yeah.
All right, because I don't know, didn't know if you switched from the our guest person, but yeah,
No,
Rob Z.
the guest will rename will be unnamed. But no, your channel is more important. Everybody should subscribe, which is
Rob Z, Rob space Z,
and
ROBB space Z. That's my
and
channel. And my other channel is Yankee Ace 50, all one word, and that's my Minecraft channel,
sweet.
my gaming channel. That's what I'm hoping it to be. But yeah, all
So
right.
go check out his videos. Make sure you check out a bunch of them. Give him a bunch of thumbs up, a bunch of comments, and all that stuff. Whether you like it or not, make sure you let them know. And make sure you come back and check us all out. If you want to get a notification, hit the little bell next to my subscription thing where there's a little bell thing that'll let you get a notification saying, hey, he went live, or hey, he just put up a new video. But either way, when you see that pop up, I'll catch y'all in the next video. And till then, I guess I'll catch you in the next video. Yeah, Susan's not saying who the next person is, and Brian is laughing. On that, taking it out, and we will catch y'all in the next video. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We love y'all.
Yep.
See
Good
ya.
night,